here's a TV that looks like an apple.
Oh, what the hecky? I missed a thing. Oh man, show me. No, OBS was a little late on that. Hi, everybody. Give me 1 second. I'm just getting settled. I'm getting the boys settled too. The cam is being a butt, but what am I gonna do? But hi, Virtue Cat. Thank you for the raid, hon. I super appreciate it. Hello, raiders. How are you? You can tell I'm just getting set up. It's the boys. I know. I'm trying to get the cam, cooperating again, but it's really hard. Oh my gosh. Hannah Softy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. These are the boys. Hi, by the way, for those of you who don't know me, hi. I'm not used to raids happening as I'm setting up, but hello. My name's Okami. I'm a member of the Zeldathon team and Minikit Marathon. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. We are just getting ready for the possible finale of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. So if this is a game that you're avoiding spoilers for, please feel free to duck out because we're possibly finishing today. Hi, Twin. How are you? Oh, it was good timing then. I was actually late. So, really quick, I don't want anybody to see my feet. I don't want anybody to see my slippers. I need to get down here for a minute, break the illusion with my arm, and give the cavies their veggies really quick. But I hope you guys all had a really good day. Virtue, how was your stream, my love? I hope it was fantabulous. And there's your lettuce. Look at that, lettuce shower. They get the lettuce shower. Okay, so what else does Okami need to do? Cam, guinea pig cam, check. Tea, check. I just have to take my colitis meds, so bear with me for 1 second because I gotta take 4 elephant-sized pills right now. Because Walgreens did not have them in stock, so I had to wait. Well, JT had to wait, because I love JT just for always having to go get my meds. Ooh, you got really far into the plot of Graveyard Keeper. Nice. How much further do you think you have to go? But yeah, let me just pop my colitis pills really quick and we're good to go. So nobody make me laugh. I'm trying to take really quiet sips. I'm really sorry. But when I say these are elephant-sized pills, I'm serious. They're really, I hate them. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. You can tell it's over when I make that last noise. Okay. I also forgot my anti-anxiety medication. Hey, everybody, remember self-care. Remember to take all your meds. There's my anti-anxiety pills. Okay, now I think we're good. So, hands up, who knows what Gonocharav? I hope I didn't mispronounce that. I do not know, Rob. I would need context. Oh, it's Hannah Soft. The E is silent. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the E was silent. Okie dokie. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. I try to be better. I'm so bad at it. They are very happy. They have their veggies, so they're good now. Let me find my load state now that medication is all taken care of. I think it was this one. Haha. Okay, let me know if the volume is too loud. I will lower it. I just have to lower it on my end because it's a little loud on my end. You're gonna hear the computer ding in a minute. I apologize. Okay, volume is good on my end. Nah. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I got it wrong twice. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna make sure I get it right now. These are actual child, like these are my children, but not child as in Tartaglia. But yes, let me just adjust really quick. And we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm just gonna unsteep my tea, finish my pill here, because what am I doing? I just realized I forgot something. Give me 1 second. I know, but I feel so bad. I want you to know, when I say I have bad anxiety, I generally, oh gosh, this is why I'm on medication, because now I'm gonna be like, I feel so bad. Well, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm like, my brain just, what was I in the middle of doing? Really quick thing for work, hold on. There we go. Okay, sorry, had to take care of quick verb work. For Jen really quick. I needed to add a footnote and a custom commission for Jen for later. Okie dokie. I think we are good. I hope we're good. Okay, let me take this pill and we're good. Okay, I'm all set. We're good to go. What happened to Gano Charov? Is that someone on Tumblr got these knockoff boots and their fake brand label had the words Goncharov and by Martin Scorsese. No such movie exists in Tumblr went nuts, so creating fake lore and everything. Linda Carter even seems to have gotten in on the joke. I love fake lore. Give me all of your fake lore. Easy, how are you? Okay, Tumblr Tuesday, the greatest mafia movie. Martin Scorsese presents Winter Comes to Naples, Florida. I know where that is. Oh my gosh. Cry. This actually looks legit. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. This actually looks legit. Totally not gonna lie. Okay. We are investigating. Right, that's what we're doing. We're playing a game and we're investigating murder and kidnappings and whatever else happened. Brett, you. They're making soundtracks? That's insane. Oh my gosh. That is hecking insane. I love it. These footprints stop near the body. They must be Mr. Cameron's footprint. Oh, right, James Cameron. No, it's Jack Cameron. He sure has some big feet. James Cameron? I gotta stop calling him James Cameron. Jack Cameron's got big feet? Has this been known before? They look like a size 11. Dang. What's your shoe size, chat? I'm a solid 6. According to the data, his shoes match these footprints. Okay, the big feet is why he couldn't fit on the door with Rose. Are you saying Leonardo? Are you saying Leonardo DiCaprio? Big feet. Doesn't matter what set I look at. Are they different? I'm gonna be sure. The footprints here seem to lead to and from the body. Might be the same thing. 5.5 wide. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, chicken. I feel like you're still a size smaller than 8.5. I'm just a 6, no halves. I'm just a 6. Although I can get away with 6.5. Vans versus Converse, because for some reason Vans and Converse have like really wonky size. Like I think one's half a size bigger or smaller than the other. I don't know. It's really weird. Although I haven't bought a pair of shoes in a hecking long time. The shoe size is about a size 7. Oh, that's fairly average. Thanks. My foot size is below average. Thanks, Kay. It seems we won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints. So that's interesting. Those are 2 different sets of footprints. Okay, I'm gonna look at the body, because that's my next thing that's sticking out to me. So what is the eyewitness of the president's kidnap? So this is the eyewitness of the president's kidnapping. Jack Cameron. Oh no, Titanic 2! What exactly did he witness? I've recreated the state of his body based on the photos taken by the police. It appears he was struck in the head from behind. The murder weapon was a brick, right? It looks like the ones from this garden. The blood that flowed from his head has splattered all over the surroundings. Edgeworth and Kay they're so good, honestly. They're up there with Maya and Feeny. They're so good too. Honestly, I love it. It does depend if you're talking about women's or men's side. That's true. Since we don't know who the culprit is yet. Here, take this. It's Mr. Cameron's autopsy report. Okay, bludgeoned to death. Time of death, February 10th, 1 a.m. Okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every single suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Here we go. The brick is what's sticking out to me first. This is the brick that was used as the murder weapon. Did it come from the facility grounds? Good question. You can find bricks like this all over the garden. They must have used one of them as a weapon. Cell phone? I assume this is the victim's cell phone. That's right. Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over the cell phone. What do you mean by over the cell phone? After Cameron found the president, it seems that he called his girlfriend, but she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answering machine. The tape is in the case files too. You want to hear it? Oh man, cassette tapes, baby. Let's go. Please. Let's go, cassette tapes. Is this one of those old Disney ones? Hello, Jill. Are you asleep already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Huang is here of all places, and what's more, crap, the light just went off. I can barely see a thing. Oh, that's not good. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. I'd rather... Oh, that was the sound of murder. Not that there's a specific sound for that, but that was definitely the sound of murder. What was that sound at the end? It seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, may I ask, what was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved? I'm pretty sure I heard her name was Jill Crane. Oh, snap! Oh!
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Well, now her and him are dead. That's actually really sad. I kind of didn't see that tying together. I kind of thought we were just gonna meet someone else, okay? No, murders have a very specific sound. Heck, I'm surprised you didn't know with your job the sound murders make is caca. You know my boss would appreciate, you know Jen would appreciate that joke immensely. She was actually talking about corvids on her stream tonight. Because she's doing bird art. I think she's still doing bird art right now. But she was talking about corvids earlier and how like there was like a corvid that had porcupine quills stuck in its wing, and it was so, you know, it was smart enough to go to humans for help and to get them out. And I'm like, man, I love corvids too. They're so good. I really like them. Caca. So it was true. Did you say Jill? This was why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years. The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. But Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right? She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Okay, so we got that down. They are so smart. They are such good birds. I mean, all birds are good. Examine camera? The victim was carrying a camera. Oh, according to the case files, it seems he only managed to take a single photo. Here it is. Do you want to build a snowman? Go on, let's go and play. Please put down that gun, sir. Put your hands up. I don't like where this is going. I tried. I'm sorry, I really tried. This is, I think Olaf is missing an eye. Isn't that the president? He's being held at gunpoint. This must be the scene the victim witnessed. So the person in the coat must be the kidnapper. Indeed, it seems like some sort of disguise. If the logic of Agent Lang's father is correct, then this person should be Patricia Rowland. But why is there only one photo? Perhaps he was killed before he could take any more. Okay, so we got that. Olaf has a handprint on his face too, so left him. No, that's so mean. Can I look specifically at the head wound? Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping. The blood really stands out in the recreation. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Sounds like a Scooby-Doo thing. Heebie-jeebies. Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all the blood spilled from. According to the autopsy report, he was struck in the back of the head with a brick. Indeed, it's likely that the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind. Is the victim holding something in his right hand? That's also written in the case files. It seems he was holding onto a button. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You know what this reminds me? I don't know if anybody watched this way back in the day, but if anybody remembers Potter Puppet Pals, because I was like, that was like my thing in high school. It was like, I mean, it had already been around by the time I was in high school, but like we quoted it a lot. But there's one specific episode where Snape is commenting, he's like, "Button, oh button, where have thou fled?" It's really, wait, it is Olaf's. Oh wait, Virtue Cat, you're totally right. I didn't even think of that. That's just where my mind went as soon as I saw the button. Why must you hurt me this way? Oh my gosh. And did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? Okay, so we got button photo. I don't know, is there anything we're missing? Does that flower matter? Out of curiosity, it's so bright. A yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means a stolen treasure. Hey, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be of a different variety from the other ones growing nearby. Well then, why is it in a place like this? This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower bed itself after this. I knew it! Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here. Okay. And in the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor. I don't think that's an actual thing, but then again, I'm not a floriculture. Floriculture. I'm trying so hard. All right. I think we're good here. I'm gonna go look at the flower bed like Edgeworth suggested, but I'm like, I think we're done. A flower bed. Kate, you know what? Kate really has her moments. This is pretty both in her comedic timing and in helping with cases. A flower bed. According to the data, this facility had 3 gardens. Okay, so 1 in front, 2 on the side. And each of these gardens contain 3 flower beds. So what are we, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9? 3 flower beds? 1, 2, 3, 4, so 9 in total. Hi, Chris, how are you? The way these flower beds are lined up. Have I seen this arrangement somewhere before? They kind of look like, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that, or at least I'm not recalling it. Since it was during the winter, there were no blossoms in bloom. What a shame. That's why I don't like winter. I don't like bare trees. I don't like no flowers. What's this yellow flower? Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily. Did you say lion lily? That's the flower Miss Courtney gave to the president. What's it doing here? Could it be just a coincidence? If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between parent and child. I never knew you were so familiar with flowers. That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miles Edgeworth. All you really missed, the victim from 12 years ago was Jill Crane's boyfriend, and he tried calling her when he witnessed the kidnap. Yes, you haven't missed much. We're just kind of, we just got to the investigation scene. I guess we'll just, I don't know. Can I go, guess I'll go talk to people. 'Cause I don't know what else to examine right now. What'd you want? The kidnapping? John, I'd like you to tell me the exact details of your kidnapping. You were kidnapped at the garbage pickup area, right? Why'd you go there? You don't have to act as a go-between. I can just talk to the old man directly. So, he says, looks like he's finally starting to warm up to you. I went to the garage pickup to throw away the flowers I found on the body. It was nearby and I thought it'd be harder to find there than if I just tossed them in a trash can. I went there last night too, but the gate was locked. And that's why you went there again today to dispose of them. Yeah, but when I got there, someone suddenly grabbed me from behind. And used Sleepy ZZZ on you, right? Catching Z's is now super easy with Sleepy ZZZ. Why are you advertising this like it's a commercial, Kay? He does have milk. It's Mozilla branded milk. Even though she was also a victim to it, she seems to have taken a liking to the slogan. Whoever grabbed me was really strong, but that's all I know. I have no idea who it was. I see, so that's what happened. After the drugs were off, did you notice anything about your surroundings? Those drugs were brought to you by Sleepy Z. Catching Z. Okay, please. It was kind of cold when I woke up. I was in a dark, empty room. Boxes with foreign writing on them were lying around, so I figured I was in a warehouse. The whole place was like a giant refrigerator. It was a commercial warehouse. That's right, John was rescued thanks to the collective efforts of Kay and Detective Gumshoe. Since it was still a bit cold, the cooling unit's power must not have been cut for too long. For some reason, they didn't think to take my phone, so I wasn't smart. I used it to call for help. I see, in any case, it's good that you're safe and sound, John. I don't need your fake sympathy, old man. What an incorrigible child. He's just like a certain someone I know. Oh my gosh. Let him drink his milk. He's a grown. Yes, I know. Let him drink his milk. And also because it's Mozilla milk. It's the best brand there is. Please, ask me anything you wish. Oldworth. Oldworth. Don't call him old. He's not that old. You have my heartfelt thanks for bringing John back. Even the thought of him not coming back makes me... Hey, old man, don't bully my mom. No, that wasn't my intention. Ooh, look at him go. Mommy's little knight in shining armor. He's so cool. It's not like that. Quit blabbering stupid stuff about me. John, please wait. May I proceed, Mr. Edgeworth? My actions were unbecoming of one who calls herself a servant of the goddess of law. I won't ask for forgiveness, however, Judge Courtney, I am not as well acquainted with the goddess of law as you are. However, isn't that goddess also a mother of other gods? The law makes exceptions for extenuating circumstances. It understands a mother's heart. I'd say perhaps your goddess sympathizes with you more than you think. Mr. Edgeworth? Aw, Edgeworth! I don't get it. What the heck are you two blabbering about? It's okay, John. I don't have a clue either. It seems the dust has settled on day one of Patricia Rowland's trial. Yes, while a decision has yet to be reached, I would say a guilty verdict is quite likely. I'm sure a thorough investigation into her connection with Blaze will be conducted as well. After seeing Sebastian today, I know we can put our faith in him. Just like Kay, Sebastian is also in the midst of training for the future ahead. I see. When you say it like that, I guess we have more in common than I thought. I said a few mean things to him, so the next time we meet, I'd like to apologize to him. I'm sure you will get your opportunity. Man, we all kind of owe Sebastian an apology. I'm straight up not gonna lie. But for now... Yes, at present, solving this case is our top priority. Okay, so we talked to them. Who else is here? Lang first, and then I'm gonna talk to, Lotta and Nicole. 3 flower beds in snow. Agent Lang, what's the matter? Something strange. I wasn't able to read the SS5 incident case files until now. Sebastian is a bean. I will fully concede to that now. Since Blaze had all access to that information restricted. That's right. And yet I feel like I've seen this exact scene somewhere before. What do you mean? Where did I see this? If I could just remember. He looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while. Can I at least ask about this? After the SS5 incident, the president completely changed. Well, he must have felt like his trust has been betrayed. I guess it's only natural. He cut off all ties with the Lang clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. My old man wanted to at least apologize in some way. So he tried to go see the president more times than I can count. Of course, the president refused to meet with him. He wouldn't even give him the time of day. I don't know if it was from the bodyguards, but there were times he'd come back all beaten up. But me standing around talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it? I shall be the judge of that. For now, just keep telling us what you know. You're still as tactless as ever. Well, I figured you'd say as much. Enjoy your lurk, Virtue! Love you. The fall of my old man was also the fall of the Lang clan. The family that failed to protect the president. That's what we became. My old man started to investigate the case like he was possessed. Could someone so driven by obsession truly conduct a proper investigation? Sheesh, you really don't pull your punches, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't think I blindly trusted in his investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous down to the last detail. Apparently, he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at the orphanage. He interviewed every child. I wonder how fruitful his results were. Okay, so that's it for Lang. Let's see. Who's up here? Oh, Uncle Ray. Let's talk to Uncle Ray. This scene sure puts a chill in your bones. Uncle Ray needs a hot babe to keep him warm. Could you please try to be a little more serious? Well, if that's what Kay wants, I guess I'll have no choice. Miles, this is where it all began. Isn't that right? Yes, I fear that is the case. What was Patricia and Blaze's true goal? There are still many mysteries yet to be solved. Indeed, it is just as you say. Particularly the mystery of what will happen to Kay Ray's love. Isn't it suspenseful? Not even a little. Not even a little. You couldn't resist, could you, Mr. Shields? Why can't you ever stay serious for more than a minute? I think he's genuinely incapable of staying serious for that long. So am I. Okay, so nothing from Uncle Ray. Oh, we also got Franziska and Gumshoe. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. Chocolate. Okay. Snuffy, don't you dare say a word. I'm warning you. Mr. Edgeworth, please help me, sir. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? It's about the story behind this SS5 incident, sir. Even though Blaze may have lost his authority, there's no way you can get confidential documents this quickly. That got me curious, so I made a few calls and asked around. And I found out that Miss Von Karma used all sorts of forceful tactics too. Snuffy, I thought I warned you. You've done a lot for us, Franziska. I promise I will bring this to an end with my own hands. Thank you, Franziska. I know, right? You know it's bad when Kay is telling you to be serious. She's like one of the few people that's like not serious all the time. Oh my gosh. And of course the Reno counter is still in the double digits. I don't know. I'm upset I didn't have a counter. Chocolate tea. Okay. What a scoop. Would you look at that? Those folks have done turned green. Maybe they're sick or something, but their clothes are green too. Well, I'll be. Their clothes are green too. I reckon this ain't no ordinary disease. You picked up on something good. Looks like you're taking it to the next level. Yes, Chief. It looks like there's no way we'll be getting a word in. Not that I have any desire to intervene. All right, I'm out of ideas. What do I have for logic? But it shall never surpass the Rob No counter. Nothing will ever surpass the Rob No counter. That counter has been broken, and I'm just not even fixing it. How do you know Kay isn't serious, though? She sounds pretty serious about being a great thief. She's just Kay. True. I mean, listen. she's passionate about something, and that's really good, honestly. So we got 3 footprints, flower beds, and the murder weapon, which is the brick. Did the brick come from a flower bed? I'm gonna try to put those 2 together, but I'm wondering if the brick came from one of the flower beds. We'll see if this fits. No, okay. It was just an idea. I was kind of jumping the gun there, but... Well, they said there's... The only other thing I can think of is they said there's 3 flower beds, 3 footprints, 3 and 3. I don't know if that matters, but I'm gonna try. K is on the bean count. K is like S tier bean in the Ace Attorney bean tier that I need to make eventually when I finally finish this series. Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints.
Tell JT to check Discord. Lol.
But I'm not even in the same room. Robert, thank you for the 19 months. If you would like to put your points towards a game on the dock, tell me. Okay, good. They responded because I was about to get up. or I probably would have poked them on Discord knowing me. Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints. True nature. Compare the positions of the 3 footprints and the 3 flower beds on the left. Oh! It was 3 minutes, you bingus. What are we talking about 3? What about 3 flower beds? Why are you guys talking about 3 flower beds, 3 footprints, 3 minutes? What's going on? The exposed areas of dirt match the areas where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug holes in the front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be. Wow. Exactly. Now, why would he do such a thing? Oh, okay. I was wondering what you meant. Oh my gosh. I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Also what? Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground near the flower beds? That's a good question, Edgeworth. I don't know. I'm sipping my tea while I think. You were checking in the fridge and, uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Oh no, what went bad? We had tomatoes? Yeah? And? Wait, I'm like waiting, like, oh no. I'm waiting on 3-month-old. Oh no. Wait, did we really? Wait, did we really? Oh no, is the do I need to come out there? Leaked through it. Oh no. Do you need me to come out there right now? I can quickly break to help if you need me to come out there. Hun, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm so sorry, I love you. I really didn't know, I'm sorry. I know, it was like that time I found the... that was like the time I found the leaky, man, don't judge. It was like the time I found the leaky lettuce. Why do we have so much pudding? That's Robert's from when he had his tooth. What did you have, Robert? An extraction? I don't remember what you had at the dentist. That was from when you went to the dentist. That's also like why we have leftover Jello. We have leftover kiwi Jello from my last colonoscopy. Like straight up, I need somebody to eat it. Throw away the pudding. I mean, if it's not bad, I'll eat it. I mean, Robert, listen, I'll eat it. If you really don't want it, I'll eat it. Like, straight up. I know JT won't eat it. What about pepperoni? Why are we talking about pizza toppings? What the heck is going on? What are you guys on about? Mail it to me by carrier pigeon. Tylodos, I don't know how a pigeon is gonna carry one thing of pudding, let alone a whole package of pudding to you. Come over, you can have all the pudding you want, just come over. Like, I'll set you up on the couch. I tell Ilya the same thing, just come over. I tell Ilya and Betsy the same thing, just come over, guys, it's fine. Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground? Now that we're done talking about things that go bad in your fridge, what's the worst thing that's gone bad in your fridge, chat? We're not perfect. It's Hannah Montana. In the words of Hannah Montana, aka Miley Cyrus, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. What am I on about? Okay, do you want me to mail the pudding or the pizza? Both. Apparently Tylenol wants both. Oh, you're making it so hard for the pigeons. The worst thing we had was leftovers. I don't remember, to be honest. Just email me your social government no, do not email your social government number. Don't you do that. What was he planting in the flower bed? That's a heckin' good question. I don't know. Frick, why did he dig holes? I don't know. I got nothing here that's about digging. Get back to filling those holes, hole filler. Thank you, Ghost Stories. I had no idea. It says it's from K, but no one knows really what the letter, the tower, the movie fly. How are you feeling, hun? Please send pudding in the mail. Now we gotta send more pudding. Now we gotta send Tylenol and Ilium pudding. Well, are you guys just listing groceries in the chat? Is this? I don't know why I find it hysterical. I just do. I forgot what kind of leftovers it was, but it was like 50% mold by the time I remembered. Oh, right. That's ancient, isn't it? What's worse is my fridge is only ever 30% full, so I had no excuse. No, Rob, it's so easy to forget, though. Honestly. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Oh, both of you. I want to give you both a hug. I can't. But I want to give both of you hugs because I hope your voice comes back, Chaos, Ilya. I wish today was better for you. Oh my gosh, I want to hug you both. I can't, but if I could, I would. Stop. Why are we talking about our grocery shopping? Oh my gosh. See, we gotta send Ilya pudding because Ilya doesn't feel good. And Ilya and Chaos are dealing with a lot. They're both not feeling good. They both deserve pudding. Oh my gosh. I know. I wouldn't be able to even if I could. But again, if I could put myself in a bubble and still have the ability to hug without catching the sick, I would. I don't know what we're planting in the flower bed. I don't think we were planting a whole body in there. That's kind of hard to do. There's the crime scene notes. It's just the picture, right? No, gunpowder residue. The yellow stain on his suit is pollen from lion lily. Wait, that was the same flower that was in the flower bed. Am I supposed to present this? I have no idea, but the fact that they brought up the lion lily in that autopsy report, and there's a lion lily in that flower bed, I'm gonna go for it. This is the reason why. No, it doesn't look like it. So what does this tell us? Isn't it obvious? No, it's not. Darn it! I accept the hint, Tylenol. Picturing Okami in a wait, what? A Zorb's name? Am I saying that right? Also found out my psych professor doesn't allow tests to be taken on other days. He made someone write her midterm after her wisdoms were taken out. Whoa! Time out. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. How? Does your professor not realize when you get your wisdom tooth taken out, you're usually getting anesthetic? Like, you're completely out of it? Wow, I would actually bring that up with somebody. Like, that's really crummy. Like, how could you do that to somebody? Because, like, how do you expect to be fully prepared for a test when you're feeling like crumb to begin with? And then you're, like, at least in the case of a wisdom tooth, you literally just had surgery. Like, come on. I can't even. A final isn't another for a few weeks. Oh, good. You have time. Okay, that's good. That's just... Man, I hate to say that. That's a really crummy thing to do. You should, like, be more accommodating. Honestly. Like, especially for something like that. Because if your wisdom tooth needs to come out, generally, you don't do it for fun. If your dentist is telling you it has to come out, there's usually a reason. The concrete is broken and the ground beneath them is exposed. They look like, I don't know anybody, at least I don't know anybody else's thought of a good time as, oh boy, wisdom tooth extraction, baby, let's go. I'll see you this weekend. I don't know what he would have buried. There's definitely something in your evidence that mentions what you're looking for. Look it all over carefully. Okay. Okay. You have a test on what? Okay, a test on, I mean, I'm hoping you feel better by then, but at least you don't have to physically come in for that. But yeah, I feel like they can't force you to come in, because definitely what Chaos said. Judge Court, president was never seen coming down 2 nights ago. I don't know. Is it gonna be the camera? The camera photo has the lily. I'm gonna check. Oh, well, at least we don't see it in here, actually, so maybe not that. Lotta's testimony, can't check it. Blue truck. John practicing, check. And that was that. Mechanic's gloves. Worn by Blaze when he dug the monster's footprint-like holes. The IS-7 incident, let me check. Let's see what we got. Body was discovered in the mansion. There were no clues to whereabouts of Dover's son. Okay. Report on Knightley, let me check that. I'm almost certain there is a connection between Knightley and Doggin. Doggin's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown until now, is actually Knightley all along. That is proof enough. Tomorrow I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Doggin's henchmen. The thing he laid to rest in front of the flower bed 12 years ago, that's it. The thing he laid to rest. Haha! The report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze the Best. It said that something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed. So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up? But why would he dig up 3 holes? The report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front. Maybe he was practicing his multiplication table from Schoolhouse Rock. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. The report didn't state which one it was in front of. Oh, so Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots. Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about that. He went through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up. So we got that. Okay. Suddenly I'm having flashbacks to my organic chemistry professor, who at the school that prides itself on its if you don't pass, it doesn't count against you scoring system, refused to give partial credit and was proud of how many people... Doesn't that look bad on your part, though, as a professor? Like, if a lot of students aren't passing? Generally, that looks bad on you. Like, at least that, logically, that's what I would think. Like, oh, hey, something's up with this class. This many people should not be failing. That's how I would see it. I'm gonna take a sip here. Man, partial credit should always be offered. I'm sorry, I'm in camp. As long as I see somebody really hecking trying, because like I struggled with math big time growing up. Like I was a freaking mostly straight A student, but math was not that for me. And like I always got partial credit at the very least, because especially in high school, because my math teacher, I always went for extra help consistently. Like I tried. I just had a really hard time grasping math. Probably because in grade school, there was one year in particular, we went through like 3 math teachers in the same year. So growing up, math was never, that kind of messed me up. Especially when I'm already struggling with math and then you got 3 different teachers that might be teaching it 3 different ways. So I struggled with math growing up. But like, again, if you're trying, and at least if you're showing your work, and like you're showing you understand, okay, this is the concept, I just got the wrong answer, that at least you have an understanding. Like, man, I'm ride and die on this partial credit hill, I'm just saying. You're in a group chat with a bunch of your psych classmates, and I had asked what they've been learning these past 2 weeks, and legit no one in there has been to class because they hate this man so much. Oh my gosh. Man, that's rough, buddy. maybe you should, like, rethink about how, like, you know, obviously, maybe you should rethink about how you're teaching this class. Oh gosh. I think he saw it was a weeding out process since it was required for pre-med students, and part of the reason med school is so rigorous is to cull people who don't have the chops. I mean, here's the thing. I was also in a major like that. Vet tech was the same exact thing where so the way they would do it, and the only reason I think they did it is because they legit didn't have enough professors. They would have, so you had your preclinical phase and your clinical phase. And preclinical typically was like, you know, your basic subjects like English, math, you know, basic classes. Your humanities class, your humanities, what else? I can't remember everything I had to take. Language, because I think you had to take language. Things like that. And you basically would finish all that, then sign up like, hi, I want to start my clinicals next semester. And they would take your GPA, and basically the top, whatever, 20, 30 people would be able to go on. And that's kind of like how they did it, where they kind of like straight up told me, I think if you have anything less than a 3.7, you weren't getting in. I got in, I had a 3.8, but man, it was like really freaking hard. It was tough. Mostly it was math I had to stay on top of because I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt me. But that's how they did it, honestly. And I really don't like it just because I feel like I'm crushing somebody just because, you know, as long as you have the drive. I mean, yeah, you need to know what you're doing, but say somebody's got a 3.6, like, they just can't. I don't know, I feel for people because everybody tries their best, and I'm always in the camp of person of, you gotta keep trying, you know? I don't know if I'm making any sense. And his logic for no partial credit was that since organic chemistry is so finicky, a single mistake can make a completely different compound. Yeah, but you're learning. You're not an expert yet. Like he's been doing it for years. You're still learning is the thing, so you can make mistakes while you're still learning. At least that's how I see it. I get that about the math class. Linear algebra class in college was like that. You had a professor that didn't care for the first half of the year, got fired. A guy who came in was no BS and didn't believe we didn't learn anything. Yeah, and then watch when nobody knew what to do. Class went down from 30 to 7. See, that's scary. My vet tech, I think, the vet tech class before me, their clinicals, they went from they typically lose a lot of people too. But the thing is with veterinary technology, the major itself has a very high turnover rate. I think it's like 70, 80% or something like that in the first couple of years because vet tech, at least for vet techs, they're underpaid, they're overworked. You're gonna have to deal with, I'm gonna have to say, you're gonna have to deal with gross stuff. You're gonna have to deal with grieving owners. You're gonna have to deal with very sick animals. You can't help. And it's very mentally taxing, but that's why at least that major has such a high turnover rate. But I'm wondering, during clinicals, I'm wondering if that's part of the reason so many people drop. I dropped because it was too much on me physically and mentally to be in a school from 6 in the morning, taking care of the animals to 9 at night to take the, I forgot what vet tech class it was, but of course they only offer those classes once during the day, and that's the time you have to take it. There's no other time they're gonna offer you. So there was no point to me coming in. I would go in 6 a.m. to take care of the animals, take my microbiome class at some point. There was another class I was taking 2 with it. Go home and then just come back. Because I took the bus every day. I was like, there's no point to that. And it was just for me, it was so much on me. My math, you were definitely not one of the 7. I probably wouldn't have been either, Chris. My mathematical reasoning is currently my most difficult class, and my professor pretty much on the team of, if you try, you get points. See, I like that because you're learning and you're gonna make mistakes, but you're trying, and if you're sort of grasping it, you are getting it. Since math is also that fit. I know, math doesn't make any sense. Again, I go on about math so many times in these streams, but in what universe does a squared plus b squared equals c squared make any sense? Okay, I've been rambling. Man, I've been rambling about math. What am I doing? I guess I'm missing something, right? I guess I gotta investigate the scene more because this is all I got. And those two don't connect. At least I don't think they do. But I'm wondering what else we can look at. Oh, what can I look at here? I just got examined. This pillar appears to be burnt. According to the files, it seems there was a fire on the evening of the incident. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was my chest. A fire? Let's see here. Huh? It says that one of the children at the orphanage spilled kerosene and set it on fire as a prank. I guess that kid had far too much energy. I mean, not wrong, but when I had too much energy as a kid, I just kind of ran around in a circle pretending to be a unicorn. And obviously, look, it came true because I have a unicorn horn. But I didn't do that. And thanks to that, we can't make out any of the footprints near the main hall. Okay. Interesting. What else am I missing? Oh, that's it. We've learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder. Oh, in that case, is there another scene you'd like to recreate? Yes, would you do the honors? I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping. Right, I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo. A squared plus b squared equals c squared makes so much more damn sense than pi 3 plus negative whatever that symbol is 2i equals pi 3. Oh gosh, what the heck does that even mean? Oh god, that makes me want to cry. I'm getting math anxiety just staring at that. Please don't grade me. Mr. Cameron's, oh gosh. Yeah, okay. Mr. Cameron is standing in the middle of the flower beds. And the president and his kidnapper are standing on the road. My old man based his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness testimony. As a result, it led him to believe that the kidnapping and this facility were related. And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland. Yeah. But in court, Blaise the Best treated his testimony as if it meant nothing. Why would he do that? The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds, so a connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove. I see, it's not like they were seen inside the orphanage after all. No matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the crime scene, it doesn't mean squat if the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaise the Best had some kind of connection with Patricia Rowland. I figured they had some kind of deal going on. In other words, you think that Blaise was one of the kidnappers. Pi 3 plus, oh gosh, is a complex number apparently. It's super complex for my brain. Imaginary numbers are very rough indeed. No, I'm sorry, I checked out. My brain officially checked out and refuses to even look. However, your father was convinced that Patricia Rowland was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, I presume. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides the eyewitness testimony? Yeah, I figured he did, but I have no idea what it was. My old man never really talked much about this case. Agent Lang's father, Dai Long Lang, President Huang's most trusted confidant, the truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaise the Best. First, we must find that hidden truth. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's showing me the time. Oh, I can change it again. Okay, you passed the class that used them, you remember none of it, and even being in a career that's supposed to use math, I've not found an application. See, that's the problem with math too. There's so much they expect you to learn, but you're not even gonna apply all of that. Like, in my case, okay, medical dosage, yeah, that was gonna be heavily applied. Like, I couldn't argue that. like, I needed to know that, but also, man, that class was kind of bull because they didn't have it for vet techs. They just kind of like added it on, but it was mostly beforehand, it was just nursing students. So of course the textbook and everything was based around nursing. Like there's a whole chapter on like pediatric dosaging, and I'm like sitting there like, I'm not working on children. I'm like, I'm working on a puppy, but I'm not going to medicate a puppy like I do a small human. Like that. Oh gosh, that class was rough because of that. Even my mother, who's who's a hacking nurse, like looked at that book and she was like, man, this textbook's really worded poorly. And I'm like, okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. Thank you. If you have a decent professor, it's probably not that bad. Yeah, but there's the thing, you need to have a decent professor. I was one of those people who always got like really hecking stressed about choosing a professor, so I always checked rate my professor before adding the class if I could help it. Like, I feel really bad because I know everyone's gonna have a really different experience, but it used to give me so much anxiety, especially with math. I'm like, okay, I need someone who's gonna understand I'm really slow at math and is willing to put in the time to help me. Because I'm willing to put in the time. Yeah, I feel, oh my god. The only reason I admit I did was because I was, because of my colitis. I was part of the disabilities office. Because, like, if I had to take a test and I had to get up to go to the bathroom, like, I needed to tell them, hey, I'm not cheating, I swear, but I need to get up to go. Like, you can't stop me. Like, legit. Like, I can't just tell my colon to hold on a moment, because, yeah, IBD doesn't work like that. So that's really the only reason I got to choose, honestly. Like, I was like, I needed a professor who was also, like, gonna be, understanding, like, hi, sorry, so your math professor gave you the best extension out of everyone? At least, you got an extension. I'm glad you got an extension. But yeah, the checkout class was linear algebra for me. Algebra was always my checkout. I could do, geometry was fine. Like, I'd still get math anxiety, but I would pass geometry, but any kind of algebra period, I would check out, because I'm like, oh dear God, no, this is where I make my stand, and, I'm not gonna be standing for long. Where am I gonna go? Where am I guess I'm gonna look up first before the crime takes place. Cameron took a photo of the president from this spot. Oh gosh, for me it depended on the class. Like the vet tech class, yeah, you got one professor and you kind of had to deal with it. But for like humanities and like, you know, so what did I take? Voice and diction for my humanities, and I took urban sociology for something. I have no idea. So there were like a couple of professors for those classes and stuff. But like the really specific stuff, yeah, you were stuck with the one professor. Cameron took a photo of the president from this spot. And he also called Miss Crane, right? At that time, the killer was already behind him, holding the murderous brick. But also, like, the community college I went to was, like, huge. Like, so many people went there, so they kind of had to, I think, have a lot of professors in that case. Regular algebra, you were great at that. I even use it sometimes. I still struggle at regular algebra too, but like, dude, I would never be able to do linear algebra. I'd be crying. I won't rest until all right, Olaf, handprint. About the snowman. When we recreated the scene where Mr. Cameron was killed, it had already melted. Its scarf was all soggy and one of its button eyes was missing. Indeed, at this stage, it appears that most of its original form was still intact. Although there's one spot that looks unnaturally lacking. Poor thing, I bet some naughty kid must have plucked it off. Although from a thief's perspective, that kid does have some promise. Was it plucked off by one of the children at the orphanage? No, no, we know where it was from. It was taken by an entirely different person altogether. It's the president's kidnapper. Let's try drawing out whatever we can from their appearance. Right, I got it. Their appearance. First things first, the kidnapper threatened the president with a gun. Look at how they're holding the gun. It's like they're holding to show it off. Totally not cool. Unfortunately, we cannot see the person's face because it's hidden by their coat and hat. And look at that, popped collar? It's like they're trying to be all that. Totally not cool. Their body seems relaxed, suggesting that they had a composed mental state. They even have one hand stuffed in their pocket. Totally not cool at all. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's stuff I've drawn out from their appearance. That may be true, but Okami, if she became a vet, it's true though. I'd be giving kisses and everything. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I think that's partially why I couldn't continue that major. My heart wasn't in it. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I know it. Obviously, I'm giving injections and stuff for the animal, but like, part of me was like, oh no, I don't want to hurt this baby. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, but also because, I realized, hey, hypochondriac, medical field, probably not the best mix, which I should have realized. Di Junhuang, 12 years ago, he was still the president of Zhangfa. Doesn't he seem a bit younger? Though it might be hard to tell since it's so dark. Indeed, with the situation being what it is, his facial expression seems a bit strained. I wonder where the president was taken after this. We don't know that yet. However, if the answer to that question lies here, it should become clear when we continue the investigation. Okay. I think that's it for that. Let me see. No, Kitty! Kitty! Do I look at the footprints again? These footprints stop near the body. They must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. He sure has some big feet. They look, yeah, it's the same thing again. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay. I don't know what else I'm possibly missing. We already did that. I don't know. These are the only two things sticking out. And Cameron took a photo of the president from this spot. And he also called Miss Crane, right? At that time, the killer was already behind him, holding the murderous brick. Yeah, come visit me. Oh gosh, Ilya, I love you. Am I missing anything else? Is my thing. I honestly can't tell. Like, there's the street lamp? This is the photo he took, but it looks kind of dark. I guess he wasn't able to bring out the subject's charm and make it a brighter photo. Okay, the reason this photo is so dark is not because of the subject. It's because the street lamp nearby was broken, you see. Huh? Oh, so you don't have to rely on natural lighting. You can use the lamps to light up the subject. I never thought about that. Nice one, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think she understood what I was trying to tell her. That might be it. Yeah, same thing. Okay. I accept the Telenos. Oh, Ilya, I would have given you a hug. I'm just really far away. Heck, I was up at 2 a.m. with anxiety. I know how you feel. I'm still waiting for my anti-anxiety meds to kick back in, and it's awful. Deduce? Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the snowman. I have the button. What am I doing? Deduce? You're right. I completely forgot, even though I mentioned, hey, I know where this came from. Thank you, Tylodos. I forgot. This snowman, wouldn't you say it's missing something? Its right eye is missing. I can't believe I forgot, even though I stated it out loud. I'm giving... Y'all can't see, I just slapped my head. Precisely. And what's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession. The button that Mr. Cameron was holding on to. It's got the exact same design as the snowman's left eye. If we assume this button was indeed the snowman's eye, a huge contradiction arises. If this button is the snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? The location of the victim, the location of the snowman, the location of the president. Well, judging by that, wouldn't it be the victim? Because if the snowman was over there, but the victim was over there holding the button. I'm not gonna judge where a snowman was put. A snowman's is not as mobile. The victim was holding onto the button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, if we were to picture it in this way. After being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand towards the nearby snowman. However, it could not support his weight, and he collapsed while still grasping the button. Huh? That means Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked? Indeed, at the very least, he must have been within arm's reach. However, it's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from his current position. But Mr. Cameron's footprints only lead towards the flower bed. Can we be certain that those footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? It seems we'll need to investigate them one more time. Understood. I'll recreate the time the body was discovered. Scene one more time. Someone's gonna do it, so I'm not even gonna say it. Good tea. I'm almost out of staying in tea. These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes, right? Let's inspect them again. The left set or the right set? These footprints, are they really Mr. Cameron's? They're from size 11 shoes, and these huge footprints match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes. No matter how you look at it, they're moving steadily towards the center of the flower beds. But when Mr. Cameron was attacked, he grabbed the button from the snowman. Even with a Great Thief's peak human conditioning, your arm just can't stretch that far. Let alone an ordinary civilian, it'd be completely impossible. Not unless you're like that one SCP that like breaks your bones consistently and then your limbs just get really, really long. Random knowledge by Okami. Footprints come from the shoes worn by the victim, just as the case files say. However, does that mean Mr. Cameron was the owner of these shoes? We should re-examine Mr. Cameron's shoes. Do I have his shoes, or do I gotta go to the body? I'm assuming. I don't think I have his shoes. I'm gonna look at the feet. Let's go, feet. These shoes should match the footprints. However, these shoes, it seems like they were not the ones originally worn by the victim. What do you mean? If you look closely, you'll see the laces were tied up strangely. And the size doesn't seem to fit quite right either. Huh. Well, look at that. Feet are in the evidence pile. That would mean these huge footprints leading up to the victim's feet were most likely made by someone other than the victim. So then the footprints leading to and from the victim's head must be Mr. Cameron's. No, not necessarily. They seem a little too small to be the victim's. So none of the footprints are his. Then which one did Mr. Cameron walk from? It's quite simple. The victim did not walk here on his own accord, but rather, he was carried here after he was murdered by the culprit. Oh. The question now becomes, where was he killed and carried from? Perhaps it was near the snowman after all. Good question. Feet are now evidence. Let's go. Body was moved. Okay, so we got a couple that are new. But I'm not sure if any of these honestly match up. Going back? Nothing? Snowman's not there anymore, so... Oh, no, it is there. Mr. Cameron's body was moved. If we consider the button he was holding on to, it's highly likely that he was killed near this snowman. I should take a closer look. There. Oh no, look! Look! He's drowning! Oh, that's so sad for some reason. I need tea. correct emo. Other eye. The snowman has become a sad sight to look at. It can't be helped. Snow and ice both melt away with time. Just like the mysteries of the cases you've solved, Mr. Edgeworth. As time passes, those mysteries melt away while you continue to keep your cool. You do realize I'm racking my brain trying to solve those mysteries during a case. Just a little bit. I mean, the footprints are here. There are some size 7 footprints going back and forth. According to the police files, these are the culprit's footprints. Indeed, they seem to grow faint and disappear as they approach the road. There's not much snow left on the road after all. As expected, it'll be difficult to determine who these footprints belong to. Well, I just had something over here. Oh, hello. Somebody give this snowman a hug and some snow to rebuild him. That will make the snowman melt faster, not if I grab snow. The rest are all in order. It's strange that only this one is missing the murder weapon location. We totally found it. Logic? Brick? Missing brick. Brick. Well, I know where that came from now. Not a flower bed. Perhaps the missing brick was the one used as the murder weapon. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Hee-hee. Yeah, it seems to be just the right size to fit in that gap perfectly. What else do we got? Brick near the snowman. Body was moved. Brick near the snowman. Do those connect? Ho-ho! Double! As I thought, it seems the murder actually occurred near the snowman. Both the button Mr. Cameron was holding and the murder weapon came from there. Indeed, also if we assume that the killer picked up the brick near the snowman and then tried to sneak up behind Mr. Cameron, Mr. Cameron totally would have seen the person picking up that brick. Exactly. Okay, please update the recreation. Mr. Cameron was not in the middle of the flower beds, but near the snowman. Okay, I'm on it. Alright, while she does that, sip. Oh, that was instantaneous, never mind. I don't want my tea to get cold. No matter how you look at it, this is strange. All the people involved in the case are gathered in the same place. Did we make a mistake here or something? One piece of evidence this recreation is based on is odd. If I had to choose which piece of evidence is fake. Oh, I have to choose. Which piece of evidence is most sus? I don't know, the shoe thing is weird because they're not matching up, so it's kind of weird. But also, if everybody's here, why are there only 2 people in that photo earlier? Like, if everybody's just standing here, there's only 2 people? I'm gonna go with the photo. Was this photo really taken by Mr. Cameron? Oh, I got it! What do you mean? We have proven that whoever killed Mr. Cameron also moved the body. For what reason would they have to deliberately move his body? Perhaps the culprit wanted to falsify the scene that Mr. Cameron witnessed. And that's why they took a fake photo? They made the president stand under the streetlight and took a photo with Cameron's camera. It would have been quite simple. Now that you mention it, Mr. Cameron's camera only had 1 photo on it, right? Indeed, in all likelihood, the original roll of film had been removed from the camera. And after loading a new roll of film into the camera, the fake photo was taken. I see. So the photo must have been taken after Mr. Cameron was killed, right? Thank you for the parrot, done. :V. Exactly. This was not the scene Mr. Cameron actually witnessed. It's likely that this photo is forged evidence. Then where did Mr. Cameron witness the president and his kidnapper? The photo isn't the only piece of evidence that indicates what Mr. Cameron witnessed. The testimony he left on the answering machine. Precisely. We should listen to the recording one more time and confirm what was said. Okay. Where else could the president and his kidnapper have... Oh, gosh. Inside the igloo? I have no clue. I don't know. Huh. I accept the hint, Tylenos. I'm gonna sip my tea. I'm almost done with it. That's a good question. I don't know. Ha. Oh. Because nothing is sticking out. Thanks, Rob. Because the game will let you check the recording. He mentioned the scene was hard to see. Thank you. So if it was hard to see, I've already noticed that these are the only 2 street lamps that are lit. Thanks, son. These are the only 2 that are lit. And then the only other unlit one's right here. So right in front of it, I guess?
Take that!
Judd did it. Oh, I don't know what happened to the noise on the Disney one. I didn't hear the da-da-da-da. Actually, it's really funny because Defunctland just put out... I was gonna say Defunctland just literally put out a video all about who made the Disney Channel da-da-da-da right after I uploaded that. So I just laughed at that timing. It's so good. Mr. Cameron said this on the answering machine. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. By the way, Tylenos, I wouldn't have gotten this without you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, hon. There are only 2 places here where the lights are broken. The light by the orphanage. Okay, could you please update the recreation? Roger. Let's go. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There they are. So the kidnapper was near the orphanage. Indeed, with this we've shown the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping. So that's why they moved the body and took a fake photo to create false testimony, in order to remove any suspicion towards the orphanage in court. With this, the state of the recreation has changed completely. The time the body was discovered scene was probably been greatly impacted as a result. Then let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready. Since the state of the recreation has changed once again, I should press the Y button and select Change Recreation. Let's give it a try. Wait, do I need to do that right now? Yeah, what's up? I guess Change Recreation, I'm not sure. So you want to recreate the scene based on the police investigation data? This is the time the body was discovered with that. I think that's what Edgeworth mentioned we should do. I recreated the scene. Okay, there we go. It's down here now. Examine? Originally, Mr. Cameron's body was here. In order to be consistent with the fake photo, he was moved to the center of the flower beds. Then the footprints going back and forth from the body, could they be? Indeed, there's only one possibility at the moment. These I can't read. These footprints were probably left when the body was moved to the flower beds. Okay, so we moved that. What else do I gotta look at though? Bloodstain? Can I look at it? Because now there's nothing here. I will rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. Bloodstain. Ketchup stain. The blood splatter above the snow. There certainly was a substantial amount. It's almost as if the murder was actually committed here. But Mr. Cameron should have been attacked near the snowman. Exactly. In that case, this blood must belong to someone else. What? But the police report said this was Mr. Cameron's blood. The one in charge of this case was Blaise DeBest. It would have been simple for him to falsify that information. But wouldn't it be faster to just clean up the bloodstains rather than falsify the information? He wouldn't be able to do that, think about it. Blaze knew that Mr. Cameron's body would be discovered here, in which case the forensic department would naturally become involved. A luminal reaction! They would have discovered it with the power of science, as Emma would say. Precisely, it would have been difficult to completely erase all traces of the blood. However, falsifying the results of a blood test would be much easier in comparison. He would just have to switch the results from the forensic reports. What a bummer, knowing those documents I read were falsified. Looks like Mr. Cameron's clothes were completely soaked in blood. If the blood scattered here got onto Cameron's clothes, that would mean, at the time, the bloodstains here had not dried yet. I see, so then this certain somebody's blood was splattered here just a short while before Mr. Cameron was murdered. Indeed, that's exactly right. However, if that's the case, wouldn't a new contradiction arise in this recreation? What are you doing? Some freaking, oh, what is it? That movie? That Mike, that he was in. Freaking, don't remember. Frick. Oh. God, I know what movie.
What are you talking about?
Because you were like doing that. I know what movie that's from. Frick. Austin Powers, right? Right. JT made Pinky. They're scared of everything. Also, good. Relax in bed, Ilya. You need it. Squeak. JT's fingers in the background. I don't know what to... I'm not interested. Wiggly fingers. I was like, was that him or you? Did you make that noise or was that him? Why are you just staring him down? Where's Joker? Oh, and the unicorn. That's why I'm like, did Joker just disappear on me? Oh. I don't know what else to do. I looked at the brick. Yes. Oh, it's the guinea pig stare. That's all I have. Stare. I know, Ilya, but just remember to take regular breaks. You are sick. Just remember. You don't gotta do it all in one go. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm stuffy tonight. I'm running out of tea. What can I even deduce? Cause I'm out of logic. Mysterious bloodstain. What would I even... Huh. The victim's shoes, the fire. I don't know. The bloodstain button with the blood? Silly Okami. Getting stuffy isn't how you make stuff for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't even cook, Rob. I don't even make Thanksgiving dinner. I just go over and eat it. I don't even eat turkey, so I don't even eat stuffing. Here I go.
Get back here.
No. Don't tell him that. He's got enough anxiety. I don't know, the button with the blood? What's that him? I love you. Same. I love ham. I will go to town on ham on Thanksgiving, and that's what I normally do because that like they don't like. That's what JT's grandmother makes. I just go to town on ham. No? Okay. Dang, I have no clue. And chocolate pudding. I'll just eat a bunch of ham. I don't know. I'm not big on cranberry, like the traditional Thanksgiving stuff. I like potatoes. I accept the hint, Tylenose. The snow was melted by fire. We should keep in mind when exactly the fire started and take a closer look at the area. Isn't there something that looks a little strange about the scene? I mean, the fact that the snow kind of just ends here. So would I deduce this with the fire? Because, like, I mean, I'm assuming the fire melted the snow around here? Where the heck did fire? Oh, no, wait. Okay, I gotta be careful. Here's the thing. Okay, I just thought about this. The fire didn't melt this snow? I don't know if I have to do it specifically on the bloodstain or on the snow, but wouldn't the fire have melted it? I'm thinking? Oh, okay. Thank you, Tylenos, because that would have gotten, because I wasn't sure if I was wrong or was I not specific. So thank you for that. I can actually make some of those tomorrow. Cream cheese mashed potatoes, that sounds heavenly, Ilya. This is a clear contradiction. Huh? You mean this bloodstain? Do you see how this bloodstain is broken up by the remains of the fire? This is proof that the fire occurred after the blood had scattered around the area. But I thought the fire occurred before the murder. It seems that information is suspect as well. If the fire had broken out after the murder, then the child who started the fire should have seen the body and the bloodstains. Why then did they not come forward as a witness? It's likely they would have put Blaze at a great disadvantage. Guess we'll need to investigate this fire in more detail. Hey, you! Yes, sir. There should be some records of the fire in the police department under a different case file. I want you to bring me every last investigation report about the fire. Understood, Shifu. Oh, and one more thing. What is it, sir? Contact the House of Lang in Zhengfa. There should be evidence from this case in my old man's room. What do you mean? I just remembered. Why, I recognize this scene. A long time ago, I saw a picture in my old man's room. It was a drawing resembling this scene. What did you say? Ilya likes when I make mashed potatoes. Oh, mashed potatoes are so good. I like to drown them with butter. I'm not a gravy person, but I do like to drown it in butter. You're making mac and cheese for Friendsgiving Friday. Gonna have a bunch of pesto mixed in. Ooh, that sounds good, Chris. Mac and cheese and ham. Let's hecking go. Good. Can we have a Friendsgiving? Everybody come to my house. I don't have the room to put everyone in here, but we'll have one. Oh, I'd be willing to try the cookies, meringue cookies. I'd be willing to try one. I've never had one before, but heck, it's a cookie. I will try it. However, I think it looked like something a child drew. A child? Then the artist may have been the culprit behind the fire. It should still be somewhere in my old man's room. Have them send it over here. Understood, sir. And there he go. Okay, what else? Man, I'm pulling my hair trying to figure out what else we missed. Dad makes an amazing smoked turkey, a lot of prep. He has to start bringing it tomorrow since it has to brine for 24 hours exactly? Dang, that is a long time. I feel bad. I don't know what it is about turkey. I don't like the taste. Like, chicken is fine, but something about turkey, like, I don't know. It just doesn't, like, I don't know. There's some kind of aftertaste with turkey. It's hard to explain. But hecking, I gotta respect how much prep your old man puts into that turkey. I gotta respect. That is so long. Very light and kind of melt in your mouth, mostly egg whites and a metric ton of sugar. Oh, that does sound good. That does sound heavenly. I love it. That's like my dad with his deep fried turkey. See, I've never had deep fried turkey, I will fully admit. I've just had like the regular Thanksgiving turkey and I'm just like, bleh. Like, I'll have, if they don't have ham, I'll have a piece just to be nice, but...
Link is hot. I gotta say, Link is hot.
Link is hot, but I'll have one just to be nice, but I feel bad because I'm like, no ham. But everybody knows how I am. Hi, Nacho. How are you? What am I missing? Oh,
Ship it like FedEx! Ship it!
who are you shipping like FedEx? I don't know. I'm out. I don't know. 12 hours or so and it's so juicy. See, I do like hearing food being juicy. Link and fire. Yeah, not gonna lie, that does sound about right though. Fire is also hot. It's not the badge. I actually don't know what I missed. If I'm making an egg white cookie, I'd rather make macaroon. Man, the only time I can get macaroons is from Costco. I mean, they're good, but they're probably not compared to handmade. I accept the red Silenos. Thanks, Judd. Oh gosh, you've missed nothing. Really? What? I'm not done though. The investigation's not complete though. What did I not do? So I didn't miss anything, but I haven't done something. Yeah, I looked it up one time how to make macaroons just out of curiosity, and I was like, oh, no way am I gonna be able to make these look right. Is it gonna be these two? I didn't think these were gonna connect. I was kind of waiting for something else. Oh. Thank you, Tylenos. If we suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers, it becomes more likely that what he dug up yesterday is connected to the abduction. What is it? I figured it out! It was treasure! Treasure! Couldn't Blaze have dug up the ransom money? The $100 million ransom? Buried in the ground until the heat had died down? It's certainly possible. I know, right? Oh, shoot! Okay. Monster's footprint was updated. Now we are done. Oh, please give me my health. There we go. Not completely full. I made a lot of mistakes, but better. You went through an entire macaroon phase. They were never perfect, but I loved them. I would have loved to try your macaroons. Oh, here he comes. Shifu, I'm back. I brought the info on the fire the kid started and a photo of the drawing in your father's office. And also, I've been waiting for this. Hurry up and hand him over. You just cut off the man. The information held by Agent Lang's father. Man, this was drawn by a kid. This is better than what I would have drawn. I'm not gonna lie. This is it. It's exactly what I remembered. This was the picture drawn by the child, depicting the night of the incident. It sure looks like it was drawn with a child's touch. As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Interesting. 12 years ago. Shifu, what now? Sorry, but it's gonna have to wait. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Why do you think my old man had this? Perhaps he obtained it during the course of his investigation into the incident. Although I don't know why he would have concealed it. Agent Lang, might I be able to see the details of the fire? Yeah, sure. Allow me to read it post-haste. The boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the night of the incident. It seems this boy went missing several days later. What? Don't tell me that he witnessed something he shouldn't have. That's horrible. He was only a child after all. While I'd hate for that to be the case, we can't rule out the possibility entirely. Huh? Apparently, the boy left some stuff behind at the orphanage, and it was taken as evidence. What's this? The missing horn. Oh, what's that doing here? Mr. Prosecutor, you recognize this? Yes, I know one piece of evidence that's related to it. Okay, well this isn't hard. Random bit interesting gnome lore? Tasty gnome, come to me. Well, if you watch it... Oh gosh, no. I don't think gnome hats work that way. No. I don't know the last time I watched Gravity Falls. Gnomes don't work that way. Are we talking the cookie, the French pastry, or the pasta? Are we talking about the pasta? No, just no, capitalized and no. You think you can hurt my brother and not pay? Oh my gosh! And we can't call it a Swiss Army hat because there's no Switzerland in D&D. Well, hold on. I just said you could homebrew Switzerland into your D&D campaign, right? If you really wanted to take place in like the D&D version of Switzerland. I know nothing about Switzerland. Thank you for the content warning, by the way, Rob. I was about to ask for that. I was wondering, were we suddenly talking about pasta? Because we were talking about the pastry, but then you started saying the pasta. Now I'm all confused. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wait, hold on. Is this another, we talking about we talk about pasta so much. I got it right here. I was distracted by food and gnomes. I don't know what it's doing here. You think gnomes like pasta? But isn't that the missing horn from this Mozilla doll? No way! You mean this came off the president's? You know of it? Yeah, I've noticed the president kept it close by as a decoration. I always thought it was strange how one of the horns was missing. If you twist the horn, this doll will play back any previously recorded audio. So if we put the missing horn back in place, we might be able to hear a different recording. Indeed, it is possible the doll is currently on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower. We're gonna get there, and it's not there. Hey you heard that right? Yes sir, I'll BRB. Shifu, I've got it, the mighty Mozilla doll. Well done, give it to the prosecutor over there. If we insert the horn found at the orphanage into the doll, it's a perfect fit. Well, can you hear anything? Mr. Huang, it's Amy. It's been a while. I saw the news that she would be coming to this country. Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog? No, not the same one. I was really nervous about doing this, but I decided to send you a message. Please stop the playback. Judge Courtney? What's wrong? Stop it now. Oh. Yeah, okay, our suspicions were confirmed. Oh, his father's the... Oh. President Huang, you are the father! I wasn't no, not that I wasn't expecting it. I had a pretty good hunch when she brought him flowers. I had a pretty good hunch, but I was kind of like, okay. Why is there just a picture of pasta here? Oh, because it's the macaroon pasta, okay. Or giant size. Let's go giant size macaroni. That means I get giant size cheese on my giant size macaroni, right? It's French if spelled macaron, if I'm saying it right. Coconut is spelled macaroon. Oh, but you make French macaroons with coconut flour. Does it have to be specifically coconut flour? Can it be like any other flour? It's a boy, your son. He's just been born. I'm sorry, that's all I wanted to tell you. His name is John Marsh. It's a fine name for him, don't you think? Marsh? Did she say John? I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you. I'm sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting. This is gonna get sad. This is gonna get real sad real fast. No way. That was my... John. What's the meaning of this? Miss Courtney. John is not my biological son. He's adopted. Did John know about this? Of course he knew. John's mother, Amy Marsh, passed away about 5 years ago. Oh, no. She and I were cousins. Since we were young, we've always been really close. We were often mistaken for sisters. That's why when she passed away, I thought it was only natural that I look after John. Also, there were circumstances which prevented me from revealing his father's identity. I never even told John his father's name. And now it's all been revealed thanks to the recording on that doll. Did John's mother send the doll to the president? Hey, John, was the president, really my dad? Yes, he was. Before you were born, Amy worked as a diplomat in Zhengfa. A diplomat, so that must be how she became acquainted with with President Wang. Hang on, didn't you tell me she worked at the orphanage? Yes, after returning to this country, Amy left her job as a diplomat. She always had great passion for charity work, so she began working at the orphanage.
Not so fast!
And then you're breaking up this really sad scene right now, Lang. You know who also has a mom named Amy? Maya. Okay, no, you can't spell Maya without Amy. Hold on, not a part of... I gotta raise the volume on that. We can barely hear that. I gotta raise the volume on that. Hold on, completely different. Hey, Miss Courtney. So this Amy girl, she called the president there herself, but she never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that? Amy couldn't make it. Apparently someone had been following her the whole night. Perhaps it was Blaze. I can't say for certain, but it's possible that it was his doing. After that, Amy never got another chance to see the president again. So she died 5 years ago. This conversation must be painful for John. Oh, right. Hey, John, you thirsty? How about I buy us both some juice? We can go together. I'm a part of this too. I'll listen until the end. Besides, I can afford to buy my own juice. Oh, shot down by a kid. Why am I just hearing this outside my door right now? I have no idea if anybody heard that. Yeah, so, like, does he technically, like, once he's of age, is John, like, the president? Do they vote in Zhengfa? How does their diplomatic process work again? John, do you understand the reason I met with the president 2 days ago? Okay, I was wondering. The secret meeting from 2 nights ago. I wanted to tell him about Amy's death and that you were alive and well. Oh, but I see, that's why you couldn't tell us your reasons for meeting with the president until now. I get it. She would have had to reveal his connection with John. I brought a bouquet of lion lilies so that he would understand I truly did know about... Okay, so it's not that, you know, I was originally suspecting Courtney and the president had John together, but, you know, obviously, it took a twist. But I had a hunch, you know, the hunch about President being John's father was on the mark. It's politics. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not a political science major. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Even if we can't finish the case tonight, there's a point I really hope we can get to. I'm gonna try. We still have time. I'm gonna try. So that he would understand I truly didn't know about Amy. Those flowers are a dear memory to the president and Amy. The first present she received from the president was a bouquet of lion lilies. But now even he has passed away. If only he were still alive. Perhaps I could have introduced him to John. Listen, listen. Shifu, I'm sorry to interrupt this atmosphere, but there's something I need to say. Oh, what is it now? Can't this wait? Well, actually, there's one last item that's been delivered here from Zhengfa. I have here the president's will. What? The president's will? My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Trust me, you don't even know the meaning of the word twist yet. Are you serious? Because I agree with Chris. I think we've gone beyond that point already. Are you serious? Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family treasures, so to speak. This is Agent Lang. Does that will have something to do with the current case? You bet it does. It says here, I hereby acknowledge John Marsh as my own son. What? John's name is in the president's will? Are you certain that will was written by the president? Yeah, he entrusted it to the Lang clan even before the SS5 incident took place. They'll have to appraise it back home, but by the name of the Lang clan, this is the real deal. Di Junhuang was the president of an entire nation. The existence of his son would have caused considerable controversy. However, he left behind a will just in case. This makes it doubly sure. I still can't believe it myself, but there's no room for doubt. John Marsh, you are the son of Ji Junhuang, president of Zhangfa. You are the father? I mean, I mean, we were already pretty certain at that point. Oh no, John! I mean, he's got to deal with the fact that now both his biological parents have passed. He never got the chance to know his father. I mean, Courtney obviously is such a freaking good mom, but that's a hole that's always going to be there, and I need to shut up before I make myself really more sad than I already am. Wait for say Gumshoe, at least pretend to be shut. Oh my god, I need to go back now. Remind me, I need to go back in the VOD and rewatch his reaction because I missed it. Oh god, okay. I'm gonna double save, just to be sure. So we know the game is saved from this point forward, and I make no mistakes. Outside the Grand Tower, let's go! Gumshoe's currently like, who's John again? He needs a refresher. John. So that guy was my dad? He found out about his own birth so suddenly. And furthermore, his newfound father is no longer in this world. I'd always been searching for my dad. John, I get it, all right. He's the president. I know it's a complicated situation. But we even met face-to-face during the filming. So then why, huh? Why didn't he tell me who he really was? I'm sorry, John. Mom, you don't need to apologize. No matter how you look at it, it's all my fault. Yesterday, I broke my promise with you and didn't even notice the fire on the roof. So I destroyed everything. I crushed it all. My dad, and those flowers that my mom carefully grew. John, please, for now, just don't think about anything. Just stay like this for a little while. Just for a little while, okay? He was having a singular brain cell moment. You mean like what the ones my cats have every single day and I have every single day? The bond between a parent and child. That's the meaning behind lion lilies. I know it's not my style, but that flower is from Zhangfa. However, we have no means of protecting that bond. Agent Lang, allow me to say this. The case won't be solved by sentimentality alone. Therefore, shouldn't we do all that we can to solve it? Yeah, you're right. The recreation of the past has finished. Were your father's deductions correct? My old man took his deductions to the grave. He never told anyone about them. So who knows if they were right or not? In that case, what about your own deductions? I would like to hear what you think happened based on the recreation, in order for us to get closer to the truth of 12 years ago. Yeah, I was thinking it's about time. I can see it now, my old man's back real close. I'll catch up to him for sure. To the truth that my old man uncovered. Oh, let's go. There's no mistake that the president went to the orphanage. The stuffed toy is proof of that. He was planning to meet with Amy Marsh. However, the president was kidnapped, and Cameron just happened to witness it. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would have just been a kidnapping with no murder. Afterwards, the body was moved to the flower beds and a fake photo was taken. Was that what really happened 12 years ago? Okay. We got details to look at. However, there's one thing I still don't get. Something you don't get. It's this. Why did they need to take a fake photo? Why would they go through all that trouble and even make the president take part in the photo? That's true. However, the answer to that riddle must lie somewhere within. Once we get past the layers upon layers of deductions, we shall surely reach it. Yeah, that's right. I'd like to hear your deductions as well. So I'm actually not sure with this statement. There's no mistake that the president went to the orphanage. The stuffed toy is proof of that. He was planning to meet with Amy Marsh, yes. However, the president was kidnapped and Cameron just happened to witness it. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would have just been a kidnapping with no murder. Afterwards, the body was moved to the flower beds and a fake photo was taken. Is this the truth of the SS5 incident? Mr. Edgeworth, what's the matter? There is still something hidden behind this case. What do you mean? There is a piece of evidence that cannot be explained by Agent Lang's theory. As long as there's a contradiction, we'll have to present it in order to advance our reasoning. A body has been discovered! Let me check the details on... Where the heck did it go? There it is. President Zencha was kidnapped February 10th. The kidnappers demanded ransom of 100 million. Dai Long Lane confirmed that on the evening of the incident... Oh, God! Oh, God! Dai Long Lane confirmed that on the evening of the incident, the president was at the Zencha embassy until midnight. Oh, thanks. I needed that while reading. The president had an appointment at midnight in the courtyard of the orphanage to meet with Amy Marsh. Jack Cameron was a witness. His body seems to have been moved and a fake photo was... Okay. Coming back. There's no mistake. There's no mistake that the president went to the orphanage. The stuffed toy is proof of that. However, the president was... However, the president was kidnapped and Cameron just happened to witness it. If Cameron hadn't been there, it probably would have just been a kidnapping with no murder. Well, no, I guess I disagree with that, because there definitely was one. I mean, we had blood, so, we had a body and we had blood. I don't know, do I present the autopsy report? Or the blood? Let me try the autopsy report first, and then I'm gonna try the blood. Agent Lang, it seems there is a clear contradiction in your statement. Oh, no, I messed up. So it's probably the blood. Always question words without evidence. But it seems I don't even need to question the words that you're saying. Okay, so probably the blood. Let's try the blood. Oh, gosh. Hi. Man, Mr. Joker, your head is just shoved into that bag of hay. Like, y'all can't... Oh, gosh. Y'all can't see, but I'm just shoved in there right now. Oh, there we go. Afterwards. Hay. There's the hay all over the floor. That's my life. And Cameron happened to witness. If Cameron had been there. Okay, let's try it with the blood this time.
Objection!
There we go. Hay Faraday. Yes. Okay, but made out of hay. Where's Akechi? Probably in the unicorn. If the eyewitness, Cameron, had not been there, no murder would have taken place. Is that really the case? The criminal's goal was only to kidnap the president. If there were no witnesses, there wouldn't have been no need to commit murder, right? And what if Cameron wasn't the only one who was murdered? Oh! There was a large bloodstain near the flower beds, however, Cameron was murdered near the snowman, ergo, this bloodstain could not have been belonged to Cameron. I didn't even think of it like that. I was just like, well, no, clearly there was a murder just because there's a body and blood. Wow, okay. I don't know if those words just made any sense that came out of my mouth. Someone else's blood was spilled, and quite a vast amount at that. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, do you have any idea what you're saying? I do. It's hard to believe. However, that is what the evidence indicates. On that night 12 years ago, there were 2 murders. Are you saying that the other murder was covered up? Who the heck could have been killed? Please don't tell me it was the kid who witnessed it. Please don't freaking tell me this is going to... I don't want to say it. Y'all know what I'm gonna say, but I'm really, really hoping a child wasn't... I'm really hoping that's not where this case is going. A murder that was clearly concealed, all traces of it erased, and the incident itself was completely deleted from the case files. However, there's one piece of evidence that still remains intact after 12 years. Please don't hecking tell me this child, because they witnessed something they shouldn't have. Oh. The other murder incident was buried in the dark by Blaze DeBest. However, there is still one piece of evidence that remains. Agent Lang, it survived by your father's hands. My old man, you say? Please recall. I don't like where this is going. There was one more thing that was hidden along with the traces of the murder. And that is the existence of the boy who caused the fire. Why did Blaze make the boy disappear? It's because he saw something that he wasn't supposed to see. What was the thing he wasn't supposed to see? Everything is drawn in this picture. The drawing my old man had. The person drawn on the right is most likely the president. The Mozilla doll is also drawn near him. And the person standing opposite him is... I know exactly who that is. Is he in here? Yeah, he's right there. Oh, crap. Yeah, because that definitely looks like him. And that's a dog. A man with a knife and a large black dog. He is none other than Sirhan Doggin. What? The assassin? Why would an assassin appear before a president? The answer is clear. Indeed, what occurred that night on the Aura... Oh, that kid witnessed... Oh, that kid witnessed more than just... murder. Being a witness to a attempted presidential assassination is right up there. Yeah, wow, okay, those were words I didn't think I would be saying tonight. Wow, okay, geez, am I allowed to say that on Twitch? What occurred that the night of the orphanage grounds 12 years ago was not a kidnapping. I mean, obviously I'm allowed to say it, but like, whoa, this is blowing up. It was a presidential assassination. Okay. Then Miss Roland and Mr. Blaze were... Yes, the two were likely partners in crime. One furnished the orphanage to use as the scene of the incident, and the other covered up the young boy's testimony. It's likely that Mr. Cameron was murdered because he witnessed the assassination itself. After all, the kidnapping never actually happened. Stop messing around. You're saying that the president was assassinated 12 years ago? We just found his body today. He's been alive up until now. Are we gonna say he had a body double? That's right. I mean, we met him ourselves. If the president was assassinated 12 years ago, and the president's body was found today, that would imply there were 2 presidents. Yeah, and that can't be right. Are you sure about that? There is the possibility that there were 2 presidents. That's right. Up until now, I've been getting a strange feeling from the president. What occurred on the grounds of the kid? Of course not. If the kid was... How... he wasn't... How could you nap through a fire? And other commotion obviously going on outside. Dang, I don't even nap that hard, and I've slept through a lot, let me tell you. Wait, no, I don't even need to explain myself, Rob. You know how I sleep. The image of President Huang that Agent Lang described. You are wrong. That's why they were talking about. No, no. Yeah. No, not a napping small not a small human taking a nap to recharge his batteries. We're talking about the criminal act of taking somebody against their will. Man, I would be good at law school, let me tell you my killer definitions. Differs far too greatly from the President Huang we know. They can't trip me up with questions like that. It's as if they were two entirely different people. If there were in fact two Zhengfa presidents, exactly how would such a scenario be possible? What would make the existence of two presidents possible? The fact there was a body double. That's like literally what I've been saying. If we were to assume that one of them was a body double, wouldn't it be possible then? A body double? President Huang possessed immense power and authority in Zhengfa. I'm sure there were those who envied his position and made attempts on his life. Yes, just as he was attacked a few days ago at Point Lake. Okami is the next Elwoods. Oh please, I'm not nearly fabulous enough to be the next Elwoods. I wish. I am not that fabulous. I'm not that fabulous. I'm poor. I'm not that fabulous. What else about Elwoods? I have purple hair. It's true, there were those who sought Huang's life from time to time. I'm also not that smart as Elwoods, oh my gosh, so much smarter than me. But I can't easily believe there were two presidents. I don't have good advice like bend and snap. At least not without any evidence. Do I have evidence that proves there were two presidents? Man, make me blush though. Man, you could make me blush though with compliments like that. Don't spoil me too much. Do I have evidence of body double? Do I really? I have it on me, I just don't know what it is. Starting from the beginning. I don't think it's the crime scene notes. It's not the badge! Why would that wouldn't make any sense! I already looked at that earlier. Frick. I don't know. There are no clues to whereabouts of Dover's son or Gustavia's son who went to the day before the incident at Mr. Master's mansion. Report on Knightley. I don't know. Knightley's mementos, bug, take report of bouquet, sleeping drugs, check. President was kidnapped. The kidnappers D-Lang confirmed that on the evening of the incident, President was at the Zhengfa embassy until midnight. Oh, right there! Because it's saying right there that there was one that was kidnapped and one that was at the embassy until midnight. I think that's it.
Take that!
Has Agent Lang not noticed this contradiction? Or has he not noticed it but can't admit it? What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't shout something out only to suddenly clam up. According to the recording on the doll, the president visited the orphanage at midnight. However, that should not have been possible. Huh? Why is that? Why? Because at the time the president should have been at the embassy. He was together with Agent Lang's father. So, Agent Lang, you really did notice. He was in two places at the same time. Ergo, there must have been two presidents. Oh! How else do I do hell? Then, which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago? Most likely the one who died. Who? Who contracted dogging to murder the Wang? I can read. In order to learn that first, we must have a look at the evidence that we proved was false earlier. And the piece of evidence we know to be false is... Oh, wait. The photo. We know the photo's false.
Take that!
We know that for a fact. The photo taken with Cameron's camera was taken after he was murdered. And he was murdered because he witnessed the presidential assassination. In other words, the photo must have been taken following the assassination. Given that, who is the president pictured in the fake photo? We must consider him to be the body double. In other words, the body double had the real president murdered and then took his place. Patricia Rowland and Blaze must have cooperated in that plan. Hold it! Wang's body was never found. Just where could it have disappeared to? The answer to that is already quite apparent. This is where the real president's body was. Oh, frick. Buried. Buried.
Take that!
Last night there was something Blaze had to unearth with his own 2 hands. That item was not the ransom, it was something far more important. So Blaze unburied the real president's body. The possibility is quite high. What'd you say? The bones from the body buried 12 years ago would still have remained, so it is the bone zone. According to Mr. Powers, construction was to begin soon at this lot. That was the deadline, both for the movie and retrieval of the body, because they would have found the body when they started the construction. Oh, Kami, what? I'm sorry. Sometimes I have no filter. I'm really sorry. I know, I'm sorry. I need to be serious. I'm sorry. Agent, let us search the... I'm sorry. Again, I'm very sorry. I try to be good. You guys know how I am. Sometimes my filter's really good, and sometimes it doesn't because it's happened before. Rob, thank you for the 17 minutes. I'm assuming I'm putting that towards Night in the Woods, right? Thanks, TGS. Let's search the footprints that Blaze dug up. Yeah, the body was buried there. There'd be traces of it. Hey, somebody call forensics. Okay. Oh, Tylenos, you're a doll. Thank you again. I have the results. We found traces in the dirt that suggest the body was buried here. So it was Hwang after all? We also recovered the skeletal remains that Blaze Best dug up. They were in his home. In addition to the bone structure, the dental records and the bone fractures all match up. We can confirm that it was indeed President Hwang. Just say it was a Halloween decoration. So the real President Hwang was indeed killed 12 years ago. The SS5 incident was a murder. Okay, cool. Update. Gosh darn it.
A body has been discovered.
Now it has.
After a certain amount of
I feel like
time,
Tylenos
which you
was
may
waiting
use
for that.
however you like, the class
So
trial
the
will
SS5
begin.
incident was actually a murder incident. But there's so much information, it's way too confusing. Indeed, let us take this opportunity to review the details of the case. I know, as soon as you say that, Chris, I love they're like, okay, this is probably really confusing for whoever's playing right now. Let's make our bullet points clear. First, the real president came to the orphanage, right? 12 years ago, the true President Hwang visited the orphanage in order to meet his son. Yes, thank you, game. Also, thank you. Thank you so the streamer actually knows what's going on and I'm just like not, pulling, just getting really lucky this whole time. The footprints in the snow that we thought belonged to Mr. Cameron were most likely made by the president at that time. President Hwang was supposed to meet his son here. However, the one who actually showed up was the assassin, Sir Han Doggin. He came here to meet his son, but he was murdered instead. How horrible. A man like Doggin shows no mercy. And after that, the second tragedy occurred. You mean Mr. Cameron's murder? Indeed, Mr. Cameron saw the decisive moment. Good news though, that means John didn't kill his dad. Yeah, I mean, this is all still like a really horrible situation, but at least that's one thing that we don't have to worry about anymore. My brain cells are having a very active argument and no one is winning. Oh, my brain cells will never... I don't even want to know what my brain cells do when they argue. I assume they just eventually give up and start doing rock, paper, scissors. After the real president was killed by Doggin, it's just like that one scene in SpongeBob where the words like inside SpongeBob's brain, it's like, what's his name? Like, that's my brain cells. His body was carried to the rear courtyard by the team of kidnappers. Mr. Cameron must have witnessed that moment from the orphanage entrance. Although he himself believed that he had actually witnessed a kidnapping, we threw out his name! Furthermore, by this time, the body double who had come to meet up with Blaze and Miss Rowland was already standing behind Mr. Cameron. And then the witness to the incident, Mr. Cameron, was killed by the body double. So was Mr. Cameron's corpse also carried by the body double? Yes, that seems likely. But there wasn't anything at the crime scene that looked like the body double's footprints. I've already figured out how he accomplished that. There was a piece of evidence that would have made it possible. What did the body double use to move the body without leaving any footprints? Without leaving footprints? Fake shoes? That is the feet are the only thing I can think of. Because I know he didn't. No, he didn't levitate. He didn't frickin' Wingardia Leviosa himself across the snow. That's not how that works, man. I'm just it should give you the supernatural powers of flotation. Unless you're also like possessed by like, I don't freaking know, a demon. I have no clue how the heck you're floating, man. He shoved it to the ground and the ground erased the footprint. Man, I don't how it works. I'm gonna present feet. I can't go wrong with presenting feet. This is almost certainly how the body double carried Mr. Cameron's corpse. After Mr. Cameron was killed, the president's body double carried him into the middle of the garden. I suspect the body double was wearing the same shoes as the real president at the time, if he made sure to step precisely on top of the footprints left by the real president. Since the shoes were the same, there would only be one set of footprints left behind in the snow. I think I've got a pretty good grasp on the SS5 incident now. But there's still one thing I don't get. What's that? Why did they need to stage the abduction? Because Mr. Cameron witnessed the incident, he saw the president at the orphanage. He left behind witness testimony on Miss Crane's answering machine. Even Blaze couldn't make that disappear. Ergo, the body double needed a reason for the president to have been at the orphanage. And that's why they prepared the fake kidnapping charade. The people in the fake photo are the body double, and most likely Patricia Rowland. The person in the coat is Miss Rowland. What makes you say that? The two would have to leave the orphanage in order to take the picture. Just like when he moved the body, the double used the real president's footprints. So the second set of footprints must belong to the person in the coat. Indeed, we originally believed that those footprints belonged to Cameron's killer. They were size 7 footprints, too small for Blaze's feet. Thus, we can presume that the person playing the part of the kidnapper was Patricia Rowland. Hidden in the shadow of the presidential kidnapping was a presidential assassination. I see. So that's why my old man... Why he what? The old man must have realized that a murder had taken place. After all, he had the kid's drawing. However, that picture was never presented as evidence. Your father literally took it from the young witness during the investigation and hid it. He had to have known that Huang was dead. But what if he had revealed that back then? Revealed the death of the president, the backbone of Zhengfa. It would have caused chaos. And that's why my old man took the secret to his grave. He even took the blame for the kidnapping, knowing that would be the fall of the House of Lang. So this is the truth that Agent Lang's father hid 12 years ago. Now it's all become clear. There we go. I came back to floating. The body double literally got it. I know. No, the body double. So the body double used the same size shoes and just stepped perfectly in place with the already indents in the snow. Is that really the case, I wonder? Who? Huh? Who said that? Who's there? Oh no! Oh god, no, everybody get out! That's it, I'm afraid! Everybody get out, we know what that means! Oh, there's a dog. Oh, there's a dog somewhere. Oh god, run everyone! We're doomed! The bell, it's... Oh god, someone's about to die! You would just really show up here? I can't believe he has the balls to show up here! Really? You're just gonna come out of the woodwork like that? Okay, you know, I thought you'd want to hide after this fact, but the blue badger. Oh god, the fact that Fan Gamer made a blue badger plush. I simultaneously both want it, and I also don't want it. Sirha and Doggin. You, why are you here? I know I should be afraid of the dog, but that was really cute. How can you just brazenly show up here? Who do you think you are, pal? I found the conversation most intriguing, and I just, well... Everyone, ignore the creepy assassin man. Look at the guinea pigs. Look at these boys. Look at these lads. They're so good. Dog would be like, sup. Are you feeling nostalgic about an old murder of yours? You're the one who killed Huang. Nostalgia, I think not. You were speaking about the person I am searching for. You're searching for someone? I escaped from prison in order to meet with a young acolyte. Why is nobody arresting him? I mean, aside from the fact the dog is with him, I'm very much afraid of the dog. The one who wore the red raincoat. Oh right, the creepy person in the red raincoat. I can't, oh my god, I forgot. Man, they keep throwing twists at me. I keep forgetting the last one. The red raincoat. Who is this person? I suspect that it's the same person as the mastermind you are searching for. I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. I don't like that he has a high body count on his head. And he's trained his dog to murder. That's what I don't. Although, you want to know what I also really don't like? I don't like the fact he's got no pupils. More so than the shape of his head. I'm forgetting he's got no pupils. He's like that one Godzilla in frickin' Giant All-Out Monsters Attack. He's just got no pupils. He's possessed by so many souls. Oh wait, I forgot he was. I completely forgot that fact. I'm not gonna lie, Tylenose. I completely forgot. I forgot that's why he has the dog. I don't know why I forgot. I mean, he's so, like, the puppy's good with him. But the puppy is not good with anyone else. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, that's a good dog right there. Oh gosh, don't you seem surprised, Anubis? Yes, they are, my boy. 12 years ago, this young acolyte saved my life. Nobody's arresting him. Somebody please, just don't let him get away. Certainly it was I who killed President Huang. Oh no, I don't fault the dog. Oh no, I said this in the last case the dog was in. You never fault a dog for how they were, you know. you never, ever, ever fault a dog. It's up to the owner. Like, that's why I hate when people are like, you know, oh, all pit bulls are bad, or in the 90s it was Rottweilers, and I'm like, no, you don't blame dogs. You don't blame a breed, you don't blame a dog. You have to raise a dog right. Like, don't ever. But unfortunately, this dog was obviously, look at his owner's an assassin. But otherwise, look at how loving the dog is. The only reason I'm scared of the dog is because I know he's trained the dog to have a body count. Otherwise, look at how good he is. Like, honestly. However, my life was also targeted on that day. The body double, Blaze, and Patricia all sought to seal my lips. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. I'm sure I talked about my father's dog. He's not with my father anymore, unfortunately. He abruptly passed from heart issues like a year or two ago. But it was like, you know, my dad found that young pitty like tied to a church in the middle of winter, and he was definitely used as a bait dog. So they brought him to the garage thinking they were just gonna give him a place to, like, you know, comfy pass away. Dog didn't pass away. The dog, you know, dog survived. But we knew that dog couldn't be around other dogs because of how, you know, what happened to it was so traumatic. But yeah, long story short, yeah, my dad took care of that pitty. My God, thank you so much for the raid. Oh, you've been playing Toontown. How did it go? How was your stream? That's for yesterday. You know you didn't have to do that, Mike, but thank you. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I know. I tried to raid you yesterday too, our timing. And then it was fine because we ended up both going to Shell. But thank you for the shout out for me, Tylenos. Hello, Raiders, how are you? You were just tuning in. Yes, as Tylenos just said, we are in very big spoiler territory for Ace Attorney Investigations 2. We are like near the end. So if this is a game you've been wanting to, you know, play the official fan not official, but the fan translation for, please duck out before anything accidentally gets spoiled for you, because I would never ever want to do that to somebody. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for sticking around for the raid. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you enjoy some plot twisty shenanigans about to happen. There was actually a young girl who was attacked by a Roddy down the street from me. The dog was put down before they found out he was actually trying to attack the cancer that was developing in the girl's brain. Dogs are very attuned to that. Honestly, that's why, you know, service dogs, you know, the dogs will know something's up. They will let you know. Heck, that is really sad. That is so sad, because that dog, oh gosh, that just makes me sad. But no, dogs are smart like that. There's a reason service dogs exist. They know. There's actually, like, apparently, like, I looked it up just because I was curious. Apparently, like, service dogs can tell. At least I think there's evidence that service dogs can tell when you're about to have a colitis flare-up. Just because I was curious, not that I need a service dog, but it was just something I was curious about. Like, if that was a condition that counted. And I was like, yeah, apparently they can tell if you're going to have a flare-up. And I'm like, before you do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, if I know ahead of time, like, that's just so useful to know, hey, let me avoid this kind of food, and let me take stuff for inflammation. Man, dogs are just really good and really smart, but yes. I love pitties, I love Amstaffs. Dogs, the poor dogs get such bad rep, and it's never the dog. Like, that was the thing we always talked about in vet tech. It's never the dog. Don't ever blame the dog. Like, I have cats, but I also love dogs. I'm both a cat and a dog person. I'm just an animal person. I'm a guinea pig person. This is a good guinea pig. But alas, even to this day, I do not know what has become of the young acolyte. I know you're a cat person, hon. So your client was, but you had Eddie. Eddie was a good dog. So your client was indeed the body double, who was the main perpetrator of the crime. It was a long time ago, but I remember his words even now. The only reason we don't have a dog right now is because it's really hard to find a. First of all, I'm like, yeah, small dog because guinea pigs. But also But also it's just really hard because whenever a dog is good with cats, a lot of people, a lot of houses have like cats and dogs. So like those are like typically the dogs that a lot of people apply for and stuff like that. It's really hard. Eddie was the best. I wish I could have met Eddie. We had the one for a little bit. My allergies were dying. I'm glad I don't have pet allergies. I'm really glad I don't have pet allergies. My dad gets it bad though. When he had, Apollo was the pit bull's name. When he had Apollo, his allergies, oh gosh, he needed, oh, what is it? Not Zoloft. That's anxiety. Zyrtec? Am I thinking Zyrtec? Something like that. I feel so bad. Oh no. I think a lot of Lena's fried chicken, I think a lot about Lena's chicken dog and cry about how cute he is. I cry over cute dog pictures too, because I'm like, man, I would just take all these dogs and all these cats and all these animals if I could. There have been countless attempts on my life, not just once or twice, countless. And yet, why must I be the only one to face the danger? When I stand before the people, I garner the same respect as the president does. Tell me, just what is the difference between me and him? The difference was great. While the voice and style of speech may be the same, one can mimic the body, but the heart cannot be reproduced. I suppose his own weakness cost him in his quest to become a leader. Oh, God. Oh, flashback to first case. Let's go. Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was. Oh, she Snapchats him for me because of how much I love him. Oh, that is so sweet. Perhaps the king and his knight were not so different after all. The double believed that the president's only weakness was a woman called Amy. To find the woman, he needed the assistance of someone from this country. So he joined forces with Blaze. After determining her whereabouts, he simply waited for the right opportunity. That chance came with the meeting at the orphanage. Indeed, the director of the orphanage was bribed and brought in as an accomplice. He must be referring to Patricia Rowland. Well, given what I've told you, do you realize the whereabouts of the young acolyte now? You mean the boy who saved you, but how do you know that he is the mastermind? That day, the young one caused a fire at the garden of the orphanage. They're talking about the kid who started the fire as a prank. A prank? Not at all. Oh no. I hate to raid and run, but I got stuff to take care of in preparation for Thursday. Oh, do not worry about that at all, Mike. Thank you so much for the raid. Lots of love to you. Good luck with all your holiday prep. And happy holidays. In case I don't talk to you before then. Guys, make sure you are following Mike as always, because Mike's a really good friend of mine. I don't know why I just wanted a reason to do that again. On that night, 12 years ago, the young acolyte was hiding inside the igloo. I thought that igloo was suspicious, I told y'all. It seems he witnessed Patricia and Blaze moving the body from his hiding place. Apparently, he heard them talking during that time. It would seem that they were planning to kill me because I knew the truth. He immediately came to the main hall to tell me that. I learned this about the young acolyte sometime later. Hi, also unrelated, but since we're talking about dogs, and I never mentioned it, but did you know that November is Senior Pet Awareness Month? Because senior dogs and animals also deserve love and a home. despite people may not, you know, they may be undesirable to some people because they're thinking, oh, I don't want to get attached to an animal that's already old, but they still deserve a home. They still deserve love and respect and in a family. So support your senior pets this November. This has been, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That was just random, I know. Your senior gooses. It seems that he was wearing a red raincoat at the time. He led me out of the main hall. I never said that, and I'm like, November's ending soon. I should really remind people of that. And then the young acolyte said he was going to get rid of our footprints. So he scattered some lamp oil near the igloo over the snow. Then he boldly set the oil ablaze. No way! So he set the fire in order to... All their focus was diverted towards the burning flames. I took the opportunity to escape through the rear exit. And he's gone. So the boy in the red raincoat is the mastermind behind this case. Exactly. Isn't that right, Anubis? Yes, boy. Yes, it is. It's like I'm talking to the dog because I suddenly slip into baby voice. Can't help it. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry I went into baby voice. Certainly it was I who killed President Huang. However, my life was also targeted on that day. The body double Blaze and Patricia all sought to seal my lips. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. But alas, even to this day, I do not know what has become of the young acolyte. Oh, whoa, Kami, Huiwea. She loves dogs, yes she does. She loves her guinea pigs. She loves her cats. She goes up to horses and nuzzles their muzzles. I have problems. I like, you know Bubbles in that one episode of Powerpuff Girls where the professor comes home, opens up the closet, and all the... She's like, what is just two tiny mice? The president, the professor, not the president. The professor opens up the closet door and a freaking elephant and like 20 different animals are running out. That's me, President. You tell me that. Professor, ignore me. I'm telling you, they're gonna reboot the Powerpuff Girls again, and they're gonna make you Tony. I'm the president. Oh God! Certainly, it was I who killed President Wang. However, my life was also targeted on that day.
Your daughter got herself stuck in gay baby jail.
I'm sorry. What happened to Luna?
She got stuck in the other baby jail.
We don't have another one.
We do.
What are you on about?
Their other cage.
Did she get into their open cage and just sit there?
Yeah, she was stuck and just staring at me. She didn't know how to get out.
Are you kidding me? Did she like start meowing for
She
you?
just stared.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God, Luna. Oh, Luna, honey, I'm gonna cry. Oh, not Mayor Bello. Oh gosh. The mayor suddenly became the president. However, my life was also targeted on that day. I don't know, I'm gonna start pressing things, I'm not sure here. Your life was targeted. You, the assassin. The hunter becomes the hunted. The Buddhist becomes the Buddha. Okay, you don't have to make up strange proverbs. Life is transient, especially for an assassin whose life is always exposed to danger. So does that mean people you've tried to kill have fought back? That is a rare occurrence. However, this was different. Okay, so not that. The body double Blaze and Patricia also had to seal my lips. No worries, Rob. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte by then, I want more details about that. Reunited. So, when did you first meet with him? That would be 18 years ago on the 24th of December. Almost Christmas. That is a rather long time ago. On that day, our roles were reversed. I saved the young one's life. Flashback! There was an unusual snowstorm on that day. The temperature was well below freezing. I took Anubis for a walk in the snow. See, I have to give him credit at least for taking his dog on regular walks, because depending on your breed of dog that you're looking at, that you might adopt, do your research, because every dog has different exercise needs. Hi, I love dogs. Just make sure, you know, some dogs catch potatoes, some breeds in general catch potatoes, some really need multiple walks a day. Make sure you can accommodate for that if you're looking to adopt. I love dogs. That's when Nubis noticed something and started running. I followed after him and found a car. I had great difficulty opening the door. It had frozen shut. Oh no! In the back seat, there were 2 young children shivering from the cold. Oh my god, that's terrible! Oh my gosh, hold up, that's really terrible. 2 children. Had they remained in the car for an hour longer, they surely would have frozen to death. Who would leave children in a car like that? You never leave. Okay, hi, TED Talk again. You never hecking leave pets or children in an unattended car like that, especially in extreme weather like heat or cold. You never ever do that. Oh my gosh, for real, don't ever do that, because I could talk about that for hours and why that makes me angry. Why some people think it's okay. I brought the 2 of them to a nearby orphanage. Is there anything about Doggin's story that concerns me? There's gonna be something, I feel like. Because why bring it up then? I'm gonna say there is. What concerns me is the date, the number of children, the model of the car. We don't know the model of the car, so it's either the date or the number of children. I'm gonna say 50-50. I'm gonna say it was the date first. Cross-examine the dog. Okami, all dogs catch potatoes. Could you imagine if Don Bluth retitled All Dogs Go to Heaven to All Dogs Catch Potatoes? How would you work the potato into the plot? The 24th of December, 18 years ago. Are you sure about that? There is no mistake. Could that mean... I know. The significance behind that date. Because it was almost Christmas. No, I was focused on that too, Ilya, but also the fact that they were left in the car. Like multiple things about that freaked me out. I need dates. I need dates. Is it Tesla? Elon Musk? Nacho, please. You're gonna break me. I don't know that. Oh gosh. I need dates. Chat, I need dates. 12/24. I think it's this. I'm pretty sure it's this. It says the date. That day, a certain incident occurred. A sculptor was murdered. During that incident, 2 young boys went missing. Those were... Oh! Now I see how that ties in together! I was wondering! Okay. Wow, game. It took us a while to get to this point to find out what happened to them, because that's been a mystery for how many hours so far? How many cases ago? The sons of the victim, Isaac Dover, and the culprit, Dane Gustavia. We never really did find out where those boys went after the case 18 years ago. Oh, they were the sons of a victim and a culprit. It all makes sense now. What makes sense? One of the youths was bound so that he could not move. Mr. Dover did it so that Mr. Gustavia's son couldn't come to the contest venue. Indeed, Gustavia was using his own son as a taste tester. Here. To think that was what transpired. Neither child seemed to recall what had happened. I have to give You know what? Again, dog's really smart. Dog found the kids. Dog did a really good thing. Because who knows what would have happened to them if Dog hadn't found them. I actually gotta call him a good boy for that. They lost their memories. The Acolyte told me this when we were reunited 12 years ago. The pair were placed in an extreme situation on the verge of freezing to death. That trauma led them both to suffer from amnesia. Neither could do so much as remember his own name. All dogs are good. I'm renaming All Dogs Go to Heaven to All Dogs Are Good Boys and Girls. I'm just renaming it, and puppies. So they didn't even know that they were the sons of Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavia. Indeed, while we cannot say it conclusively, the probability is quite high. However, we still don't have enough information to deduce the mastermind's identity. Doggin, would you please continue your story? Here, very well. Okay. Okay, here we go. I gotta crack my fingers here. Hey, remember how he said Gustavia was a horrible person for abandoning his son? Yeah, but just times that by 50, because not only did you abandon him, you left him and another child in a situation that could have potentially, you know, killed them. Like, I can't even. Like, I can't believe, like, this case actually, whew. I mean, I knew, gosh, I wasn't, like, it went so hecking far. I continued my correspondence with the young acolyte even after entering prison. Recently, that has all come to an abrupt halt, however. It left me quite concerned. Furthermore, those involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded briefly from prison. Do you plan to go back? Those involved 12 years ago, I didn't think you were Patricia Rowland, Blaze DeBest, and President Huang's body double. And Miss Rowland was the warden of Mr. Doggin's prison. I blackmailed the warden. That woman had tried to kill me. Perhaps the good prosecutor has already deduced the reason. You murdered President Huang. However, the world still believed he was alive. If you were able to prove the president was a fake, both Patricia Rowland and Blaze DeBest would have been in danger. That is correct, and I had heard the proof with my own ears. I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight. Oh, yep, here we go. I don't think the man left them in the car himself. He was a bit too busy murdering some other guy. Technically, I think it was the guy he killed who left. Oh, okay. He's still an awful father, but he also literally said he didn't care about him enough. Yeah, I remember that. Like, gosh. There's so many freaking horrible dads. The freaking horrible parents in this game between him, Blaze, like, oh my gosh. Who might you be? My apologies, but I am presently waiting for someone. I am well aware of that, President Huang. Are you not meeting with your son? However, I do not spill blood needlessly. You may relax. I seek only the president's life. It can't be. Please wait. I am just about to meet my son for the first time. I'm sure this will be the first and the last time. Please at least wait until we are finished. I had thought the president would beg for his life, but he was of a different sort. Officially, the president had no son. However, he shook his head and said, this illegitimate son was his, and he intended to recognize him publicly. Furthermore, he claimed that he had already made preparations towards that end. Would that son of his be the boy with horns over there by any chance? Boy with the horns? Wait, you can see John's horns? There is no need to see them. From the moment I escaped the prison until now, I have been closely lending an ear to your voices. He said that the president made preparations towards recognizing his son, but the word preparations alone would be insufficient for blackmail. That's it. There was one thing that could prove Wang's words, the will held by the House of Lang. It was also proof of his trust in us. His son's existence would have been revealed to the world. The name on the recording, the mention of preparations, and the will in Zhengfa. Yeah. Together they suffice to make the warden bow to my words. With those 3 pieces of information, one could prove the identity of the double by using John. The president blocked the first strike of my knife with something soft. As pieces of it fell atop the snow, I struck once more. This time the blow proved fatal. So Doggin cut off the Mozilla's doll's horn. None but I heard his final words. Only myself and that child knew of the president's secret son. Good news, that means they're set up to become prosecutors. God, Ilya, just because you have daddy issues doesn't mean you're set. Oh, I'm gonna be a prosecutor. I continued my correspondence with the young acolyte even after entering prison. Recently, that has come to an abrupt halt, however, it left me quite concerned. Furthermore, those involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded. Alright, I gotta press, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't really get it. Who exactly is this acolyte? Indeed, Doggin himself has not yet made that clear. What's important is the thread connecting Doggin and this acolyte, their correspondence. Like, I know Knightley was corresponding with him with chess, but I'm like... I can say I want to press this. In other words, you contacted him from prison? Yeah, that is correct. A post office box was used. A post office box? It would allow one to send and receive letters without revealing the recipient's location. I could not use a form of correspondence that would reveal the acolyte's location. There was someone keeping watch over my correspondences, after all. He must mean the prison warden, Patricia Rowland. Could you be more specific about the nature of your correspondences? Well, they were mainly moves for my correspondence chess master. Oh, I'm starting to... Correspondence chess? If I recall the person you were playing against. This might be hard to believe, but Doggin's chess opponent was... Are you saying he was playing against Mr. Knightley? Wasn't it Horace Knightley? We certainly found the correspondence chess memo in Knightley's cell. Oh wow, okay, that was updated. Does that mean Knightley boy was the kid from the IS-7 incident? Could that really be true? Is there any evidence connecting Knightley to the IS-7 incident? Oh, we have it in here. Oh, where is it? No, not that. No, that's Lotta's testimony. Where the hecky is it? I have a thing from Knightley here. I think it's... Is it the report? I think it's the report?
Take that!
Mr. Shields, I'd like you to take a look at this piece of evidence. What about it? Are you saying it's evidence that connects Knightley boy to the IS-7 incident? Look, Ray doesn't... Oh, no, so it's not this. I'm thinking of something else, but I know what I'm thinking of. Frick, let me go into my, organizer again. I know I have it. Hold the phone. I have something from Knightley. Oh, hold on. Do I have to press again? I guess I have to press again. I'm just gonna speed run through this dialogue again. I'm also gonna take a sip of water. Ugh. Anubis told you again and again, were you talking to the dog? The scary dog talked? Was he like something's odd woof? Yeah, I can understand Anubis's heart even if he does not voice his thoughts. Then there's something I'd like to ask just in case. Your scary dog's staring at me right now. He's not saying, I'm hungry, I want some meat, right? Yeah. Perhaps. Mr. Edgeworth? Oh my god. Good boy, there's a good boy. So then, I'm gonna slip into Uwu voice again. Okay. Oh no, not that one. Hold on. Oh, well, that was the wrong one I had to press. Go Wogan. Continue my even after entering prison. Isn't this what I'm supposed to press? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, then I gotta make sure I present the right thing this time. Speeding! Speedrun. Speedrun strats. Okay. Let's see. Chess memo, drawing, bloodstain, shoes, fire. Cameron, incident. Okay. There, that's it.
Take that!
This was all that Knightley left behind. Could there be a clue hidden within? Which should I investigate? The ring or the chessboard? I'm gonna go with the ring first, because I'm not entirely sure. The ring is... Mr. Edgeworth, what is it? Mr. Shields, please take a look at this ring. This pattern is... It's Pierre Hoquet's. I thought so. He had Mr. Dover's seal turned into a ring. However, why would he have this? Shouldn't it have been held by the police as evidence from the IF-7 incident? After the incident, the seal was returned to the victim's next of kin, and Mr. Dover's only family was his son. But since no one knew where the son had gone to, it took a while to get it to him. I'd heard that the police had finally found him and delivered his inheritance, but... So the seal was thereby safely delivered to his son. And then he turned the seal into a ring and wore it on his person. Huh, okay. Fun fact, you could actually see this was Dover's ring if you looked closely back in case... Oh man, that's so cool! So Mr. Knightley was Mr. Dover's son. The police aren't fools. I'm sure they did a thorough check before handing over the seal. If someone involved in the IF-7 incident was his chess opponent... Knightley, huh? Then that man must have been the mastermind behind this case. But Knightley is dead. He cannot be involved in this incident. How about that? The only one who could be the mastermind was himself a murder victim. But a dead guy can't be the culprit, so there's no way that's right. It certainly is strange. In that case, who is the culprit? I have no idea. Recently, that has all come to an abrupt halt. It left me quite... Not Maya! Okay, furthermore, those involved were gone one by one. I grew more and more curious, so I absconded. Writing letters in Braille can be a rather enjoyable pastime. I think I'm supposed to say that was added, so I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to present something there. Present... I'm pretty sure. It's fake. You just did it, but backwards, Nacho, please. Child's drawing. Mysterious bloodstain. Victim's shoe. Do we have the... Do we have the correspondence with the... They were doing it with... Freaking... No. I'm trying to think. I do have it, right? Because I'm thinking, is it the chessboard again? I'm thinking it's the chessboard again. I just didn't think I was gonna, like, go to that twice.
Objection!
Doggin, what do you think of this piece of evidence? Ask as you will. I am still lacking in sight, however. If one would like to retract that, now would be the proper time. Is that not it? It's not the dog badge. Can I have an official dog badge, please? I don't... Oh man, really doesn't miss a beat, does he? No, he does not. I clearly missed something. Frick. Present. Letter from unknown. Crime scene, combination, security, Lotta, blue truck, John's practice video, mechanics love, case files, report, mementos bug, okay, autopsy, Cameron, bloodstained fire. Do I know I have it, it's just like, oh, there! I completely forgot I had this. Thanks, short-term memory. Oh gosh. I'm certain you said you wrote your letters in Braille. Correct. The good prosecutor must know that I am lacking in sight. Do you not know? Because I kind of forgot about that too. Again, short-term memory. The correspondence chest letter we found had been typed out using a word processor. What? That cannot be. What do you mean? So, someone went out of their way to retype the letters on a computer? Could another person have acted as a middleman between Doggin and Knightley? What do you mean? Doggin wrote his letters in Braille, however, by the time it reached Knightley, it had been rewritten on a word processor. We must assume that some middleman rewrote those letters. And the reverse can also be said. That same somebody might have taken the letters Knightley wrote and redelivered them to Doggin. Yes, that is indeed true. I don't think Maya knows how to translate Braille. Knightley and Doggin both communicated through a certain individual. Doggin were the letters that reached you. They were in Braille, of course. So Knightley Boy's letters must have been transposed by that same person as well. Oh, then that somebody must be the mastermind behind the— I don't think Gumshoe's the mastermind. You're saying there's someone else who's the mastermind behind this case? Then who the heck is it? Dover's son Knightley is already deceased. In that case, there is one more youth that we should consider to be the mastermind. You mean Dane Gustavia's son? But who the heck is he? If Knightley is Dover's son, then Gustavia's son must be— That's it. Oh! Oh my god, it just clicked! Oh my hecking god! It just clicked because I remember who went to see him in prison, right? Because that's what made him look bad the last time. Oh my god, for real? Because that's why he was accidentally— oh, it's not Larry. But I know who it is. Oh my god. Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families. It can't be, could it? Could it really be him? Mr. Edgeworth, what is it? You've gone all pale. I figured it out. The identity of the mastermind who's been controlling this case from the shadows. Who in the world is it? I don't want to believe it myself, but it is someone we know quite well. The mastermind is— they're just gonna give us everybody, aren't they? Do you think there's fan art of Larry Butts as Larry the Cucumber? I wouldn't be surprised if it existed. I don't necessarily know if it does. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Take that!
Tell me. The mastermind behind this case sent a letter to Jill Crane, which deceived Blaze. Furthermore, he kidnapped John and eavesdropped on us. However, I'm so shocked. Of all his actions, the one I have not been able to get out of my mind is how he brought an unconscious Maya. You almost made me say Maya. You almost made me say. He brought an unconscious Kate in the room. The giant monster. Huh? Did you just say something? That's right. The key to exposing the mastermind is in the monster's true form. I almost forgot. If you'd like, please come to our next show. I'll also be performing in it. The Very Big Circus is always fabulous and fun for all ages. Miss Swift, there is something I would like to ask of you. What? You mean me? You said that you recorded the sound of Mozilla spewing flames. Okay. It's true though. I think that's why I accidentally almost slipped. They have a pretty similar brain. They do. I think that's why, I think that's why I almost slipped. You think I would be surprised with Ilya by now? The shock has slowly, when Ilias brings up something like that, the shock is slowly starting to disappear still. That's right. I ain't actually seen it with my own eyes, though. Could you let us listen to the tape? Sure thing. There we go. This sound, it's as I thought. So it seems that my reasoning was correct. The true nature of the monster and the mastermind, all of my logic is coming together. Miss Hart, you said that you captured a giant eye on film, did you not? Sure did, right here in this photo. Though we cannot confirm it like this. Is it an elephant? Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Lend us your film analysis device. Okay, but what do you want to analyze, sir? This photo, please. I'm on it. Is there a new clue in this photo? Heck. Oh, right, I gotta zoom. Well, this is where we saw the eye, so... Eye? It's not a bagel! Although, thanks to JT's mother, I do have bagels in my fridge now. This is... See? Ain't the Mozilla's eye right where I said it would be? I see. I have finally grasped the true form of the giant monster that was being controlled by the mastermind. Oh my god. Tylenos, are we near the end? Here goes the Godzilla theme. Giant monster? Are you admitting it? Yeah, sure, ain't ya? You're admitting that the mighty Mozilla is real. No. This is not Mozilla. This is the eye of a different monster. Please have a look at this. It's a flyer for the Very Big Circus. Oh no, wait. This is... Precisely. There is a rather large balloon with the head of a lion pictured here. This balloon is the true identity of the giant monster. In addition, the sound Miss Swift recorded, which she believes to be Mozilla's spewing flames, Mr. Prosecutor, don't tell me you're gonna say something that'll shatter my dreams of a scoop. Hot air balloons fly by using burners to heat the air, right, sir? Precisely, Detective. The mastermind used this monster of his, Team Rocket's balloon, to bring Kay to the rooftop of the Grand Tower without using the elevator. Wouldn't that mean that the mastermind is someone connected to the circus? He's a member of the circus, Knightley's friend, and Dane Gustavia's son. Would have thunk it. An apprentice beast tamer. He's no amateur. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Tylenos. For the beast he has tamed is none other than this entire case. Simon Keyes. He is the mastermind behind this whole incident. Mr. Keyes? Was really behind it all? No way. I don't believe it. I mean, we trusted him. How could it have been a lie? That's just heartbreaking. Okay. I miss the bagel place that closed down by me. They had a raspberry chocolate bagel. Oh, I had a bagel place like that too, not far from my old place back in New York. And oh gosh, I miss being able to frickin' walk down like the street to get a bagel in the morning. And they had like all the different flavored cream cheeses, and they had the rainbow bagels too. Yes, they were New York-sized bagels. Like, I'm sorry. I hate to be someone who's going on about food versus New York versus everywhere else. pizza's one thing, but you can't compare a New York bagel to a bagel anywhere else. You really can't, especially store-bought bagels. You can't compare them at all. I used to have a bread shop down the street, one of the few places I could walk. They started doing bagels, but they were top-notch. I love bagels. I can't even begin to tell you. It sucks, honestly, because I just want a good New York bagel, and I can't have any. What is it? Hey, you, stop! Where do you think you're going? I said somebody arrest him before he gets away. The boy with horns is rather perceptive. The good prosecutor has done a remarkable job. Now that I have heard that, I have no further business here. What? Wait, Doggin! Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I said we should do this beforehand. Damn it, where he vanished to? Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. However, that guy, John, that Doggin guy, he's the one who killed my dad, right? There is no question more difficult to answer. However, there's no use in denying the truth. Yes, John, you are correct. He'll pay for this. I swear he's gonna pay. I'll make him pay my... John, you mustn't finish that thought. Prosecutor Edgeworth, please pay us no mind. Sir, I put out an APB on Doggin. All available police units will be searching for him. You heard the man, kid. I don't mean to be heartless, but we need to hurry too. So, Mr. Prosecutor, where's the mastermind right now? Agent Lang is right. Our top priority right now should be catching the mastermind. He said he would be practicing. He is most likely at the very big circus tent. But first, Agent Lang, I have a request. A request? What is it? Now that we've identified the giant monster, our next order of business is to capture it. The moment we arrive at the tent, I need you to locate that specific item post-haste. And, Detective, I ask you to perform a follow-up investigation on the kidnapping incident. Roger that, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I want to help out too. In that case, you'll be in charge of calling for backup. If he is truly the mastermind, we may require assistance from a certain someone. I met him so many times, yet his facade always fooled me into sympathy. Oh, there goes my monitor. And it's back. He may have got the better of me in the past, but this time, I'll settle it once and for all. Oh, that sucks! Oh, that hecking sucks! Oh, that hecking sucks! I have to end because JT's got work tomorrow, but... Oh man, we almost hecking made it! Game, that is rude! Oh my gosh, I'm crying! So, unfortunately, this is where I have to call it. Oh my gosh, but I guess we got to the big twist that Tyler knows wanted to get to.
Any more last-minute plot twists?
Man, yeah, I never suspected him this whole time of anything. I admit, he didn't seem like the type. I guess maybe I should have been suspicious because of that, but I wasn't. He seemed so genuine. Holy heck, I need to...
Down and sleep.
Thanks, Morgana. I need to save. Holy heck. But yeah, guys, I love you. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I am so sorry we didn't get to the end. Yeah, but next time is the end. It might be a double stream too because I don't know how long it's gonna take. But yeah, next time's going to be the actual finale of this game. And we're officially going to be taking a break from the Ace Attorney series for the first time since I started, which is going to feel weird. But man, oh my gosh. It will take 2.5 New York bagels. Stop, Nacho. I really want a New York bagel right now and I'm hungry. But But I'm gonna send you guys off somewhere right now for a raid. I'm also like hungry again, even though I had like I had a good dinner, but now I'm hungry again. I might go eat a cheese Danish that I got because I'm trying not to think about bagel. Although we have bagels, it's not the same. Oh my gosh. So there will be a stream tomorrow. Usual time. Thursday, no stream because holiday. So I don't know if tomorrow will be the final stream for the week, because holiday. I could potentially do something on Friday, maybe, it depends, but, I'm always not certain. But just in case, there will be stream tomorrow. I'll probably put up a poll, because our two options are if you guys want to do more Hades, or do we want to wrap this up tomorrow? Because we could wrap this up tomorrow if y'all wanted to, so I might put up a poll, just to see what we're in the mood for. I'm endlessly hungry, though. I'm starting to be convinced I'm actually endlessly thirsty in my bar. Yeah, I feel like my body's dumb because my body doesn't tell me I'm thirsty, but I'm endlessly hungry for sure. But for some reason, I never know I'm thirsty. My body's weird like that. But yeah, I'm gonna send you. We're gonna go rate somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed the semi finale. And we will wrap this up really soon. If not tomorrow night, next week we will wrap this up and new game. And then new game will take its place. And right now it's looking like Night in the Woods will be that option. Digimon Survive is right behind it. Followed by Okamiden and then Oubliettes. Man, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Once again, if you're new here, hi, I am Okami. I'm a member of the Zeldathon team, as well as Mini Kit Marathon and Kirbython, and I do a variety of games here. So, yeah, we're gonna try to, we gotta beat Hades a couple more times before those credits roll. I think I have to defeat Hades 8 more times before the credits roll. But yeah, we're gonna be doing, that means we still got a bunch of Hades streams coming. Not practicing anymore, because I've gotten better. No more practicing for me. We will finish this, and like I said, all that list right there, the whole bunch. My games are all over the place. Feel free if you would like. There is never an obligation at all. It is solely if you would like to. But there is a link to the Discord channel if you would like to chat with the community. My personal Twitter if you just want to see pictures of my cats and the guinea pigs. And my YouTube channel if you want to see the past VODs in a nice clean playlist. I'm so sorry I'm just ending, but have a good night. So... let me see, who I am gonna, where we're gonna send you guys off to for a raid. Let's see who we're gonna hang out with. Holy heck, that was insane. That was really heckin' insane. A couple of friends who are live right now. Would you guys, there's a couple of friends who are live. Would you guys like to hang out you just hear me deciding because I'm like, who do we go say hi to? Let us go raid hecking, how far is Dino into Pokemon? How far is Dino into Pokemon? The fact I have to ask that, but I have to look at Danny DeVito first. But here is our raid message, by the way. We're gonna go bring in the love. It's the Okami Guard. And I'm looking to raid Dino. Dino's a friend, also a member of the Zeldathon team. Yeah, and it looks like I love Dino's titles. My Blue is my last Pokemon game. I can't tell him. Like, oh my gosh. I love also the fact that Dino's wearing a Team Wisdom shirt, which is also blue. Awesome. So yeah, it doesn't look like Dino's super foreign, so let's go say hi to Dino, everybody. With that being said, I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It has been a pleasure to deliver the twisty twists and the turvy turves and the plots and the what a twist and all that tonight. I shall see you guys tomorrow for either Haney's or, you know, again, this. We'll see what the polls say. Yeah, and I'll try to make maybe the possibly last stream for this week a really, really fun time. With that being said, in case I don't see you tomorrow night, in case you're prepping for the holidays, have a fantastic holidays if you are celebrating. Make sure, if you're traveling, make sure you are safe, of course, and have a very smooth time. Stay happy, healthy, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for continuing to support and hanging out with me. I wouldn't be able to keep streaming as often as I can if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow night. And as always, you are fabulous, you are beans, you're all Ks. And I will see you soon. Have a good night, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.